Hey, this is the beginning of the PLUStainment Show. We don't have a theme song. We don't have a logo. We have Matt Makowsky. I don't know if that's better or
worse. We've got Makowsky, which is better.
In the comments. Jane Ellen is here. And, of course, 1 million duckers. Lynette Young.
Lynette.
They're sandwiches.
She did it.
All of them.
We sandwiched the crap out of you, and we're eating chocolate.
1 million, but I am about to encircle her to make it 999.
Did you realize she has over 1 million, Makowsky?
No, thank God there's only one.
Lynette,
eating
a
chocolate
million.
and wine.
Hey, wait a minute. Where's the shirt?
Oh, yeah, Leia, where is it? Did you
Where
realize
is
that's
the
why
shirt?
you're on the
This
show?
was the whole thing.
That was the whole
It's
shamoo.
upstairs. I was like, God, they're not remembering. That's awesome.
Yes,
How did you
I
not
just
remember?
remembered.
I have it
So you need
upstairs
to
someplace.
stick up-
Lynette, can't you summon a minion to bring it?
Lynette, yeah, don't you have, like, servants in your house?
Yeah, I live a life of luxury.
You do.
No.
Hey,
Can't
just
you use your
call,
Jedi?
call Father Todd. He lives around the corner from you, doesn't he? He can bring it.
Can't you use your
I'll have
Jedi
him go
powers?
through my underwear drawer and get my T-shirt. That'd be
Can't
awesome.
he-
Send the priest.
Well, can you take the camera with you when he does that?
No, it's attached to my computer.
Oh.
Because us Mac people are, stupid.
Can't you use your
can't be
phone?
trusted with hardware. It has to
Oh
all be
my God.
contained.
I should call Todd now and say Lynette needs you bad. Get over to her house.
Father Todd, Lynette needs you to rifle through her underwear drawer. Find
So
her
funny, I don't call him
T-shirt.
Father Todd. He's just Todd because he's like 20-something.
Is he a hot toddy?
Yeah.
What?
He's our Toddy. He would get that for you.
That's
Because
what he would
I'm
do
sure
for
he
you.
loves Star Wars. It's a given. He's a geek.
It's a great T-shirt. It's like
What are you eating, Makowsky? What are you eating? Really?
Ice cream Snickers bar.
Does that make you thirsty?
ice cream.
A little bit. I have some Pepsi here.
Do you? Because I'm kind of thirsty.
You want some Pepsi?
I would. Would you give it to me?
You don't have any Pepsi there?
No, I don't. I got some water, but
I'll put the top on,
Okay.
and because I don't want to spill it, I'll give you some Pepsi, all right?
Lynette.
I like Diet
for you.
Pepsi. Diet
Well,
Pepsi.
this is going to Jane, and then she can maybe pass it to you with, there you go, Jane. Yep,
Got it.
there you go.
Oh, it's so cooling.
So my lips were on that, and I got a little bit of backwash in it, so you
Really?
have something to remember me by.
Oh, okay. Mmm.
After you
It
pass,
tastes like Makowsky.
ooh.
Here.
No, I'm not fucking kidding when I
All right, I just shared. Now you guys had your little whatever. What do you call
That,
that? Oh,
that's really all I need. Do you want it back? 'Cause
You guys, that's
I
the
give
definition
it
of getting
back.
to first base in Hangouts.
Okay, do you need it back? Here you go.
Give it back. Thank you.
They've been working on that all day long. And he's gone.
Oh, he must
Oh,
have
and now I get
bored.
two beautiful women. Oh, no, it's back. All right. How many mats do we need in this ship?
Matt Salmon.
Well, the TV show is My Two Mats.
I don't understand My Two Dads. I don't understand that show. Really?
Look, they didn't do a DNA test, and that was it.
Wait, this isn't
Five.
2.5 Men. This is a different show.
No, it's My Two Mats.
I should probably watch television every.
Nah. I only watch Sunday television. Game of Thrones, Killing, Mad Men.
Gay
Sometimes.
what? What do you watch?
Yes. I
When's
watch
True
Jay.
Blood coming back? Why
JLN.
have I not been able to see True Blood? I haven't seen Eric naked in I don't know how long.
You know what's great about that? There's the internet. That's awesome.
I only watch Game of Thrones and not.
Oh, that's good. Did you watch last on Sunday? Lynette Young?
No, I didn't watch that one yet. I read
Alright.
all 5 books though. I just
That's
finished
nice.
the last book last night.
Peter
Yeah,
Dinklage is
I
by
read-
far the best part of that show, right?
Oh my God.
He's like the
Did you
funniest.
ever see the GQ layout with him with all these like?
Hey,
really
Makowsky, I wish I had
over
something to
him?
eat, and then we could just eat while they
Did
talked
we talk about?
the show.
Yeah, we try to talk TV, but that's gone because they just want to talk about eating and food and piloting. And Makowsky, what do you think about the new layout? I want to hear about. I want to hear how confusing the new layout of Google Plus was for you. Are you lost? Did your favorite
No.
button go away?
That was the most retarded reaction I've ever seen from the general public. It was the coolest, in my opinion, and just fact, the coolest goddamn layout.
Are
And
you speaking English?
and everybody's all, oh my God, you liked me. I don't know what to do with your wife. Wait a minute. Do I type? Oh, right there where it says put your shit right here. Put my shit in there where I should always just put it. I've never seen such a crazy kind of cockamamie.
Speaking of cockamamie, shout out to Peter McDermott who says he's about to unhook his PC for the week and go mobile. So Peter, good luck. I hope I invited you.
What?
Peter is
But you
on the
can't
move.
see the white space on a mobile though.
That's good. You can also use an extension to get rid of that white space.
Yeah, but maybe you shouldn't have your screen blown up to 14,000 by 12,000 and you won't see it.
What about those people like me that have a 24-inch monitor, widescreen?
You have a 24-inch what?
Exactly, widescreen. You like that?
That's what she said. Mine's 27 and 21, baby.
Really?
Just so I'm saying, yeah.
And
Lynette,
so...
Because I need two.
I just got two back to back.
Hey, you know what? Mine's 16.
and I know what you mean by the way it looks. It was way out of control.
How big's yours, Makowsky?
Oh, please.
How big is a Snicker bar?
He's like, what? I don't measure that. Does it work?
My length or girth, for that matter.
But you will talk about whether it works, right?
It's semi-functional.
Semi? You have a semi right now?
Semi.
Matt, Makowsky, did you know there's actually a hangout game called Stump Makowsky where we wait until you have food in your mouth to ask you a question?
I didn't know that.
I do that on purpose. That way I don't have to actually hear an answer. I feel like I'm talking to you and asking you questions, and I don't have to worry about what's going to come out of your mouth.
And if we time it right,
but
we ask the question as you're putting something in your mouth, so by the time you go to answer, you're screwed.
That's what
Get out! Are you wearing yellow nail polish?
Yeah, you just noticed that?
Yeah.
Phone.
It's buzzed. You can hear a vibration from that many paces?
Yeah, I have had that.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a headphone culture, the whole headphone culture. We hear even.
Well, I can't turn it off because my mother-in-law is in ICU and so I can't turn it off right now. So you just have to deal with it. I just have to check.
Plug on a few ICU patients. I'm not ashamed to say. So.
Those of you just tuning in, this is the PLUStainment Show. It's usually about pop culture and TV, but because Makowsky is joining us, it's about
mothers-in-law, not mother-in-laws.
I will gladly unfold that shit.
Hey, How I Met Your Mother. That's a TV show. I'm sure that'll be a good one to talk about.
You can't see my finger pointing because you're missing the effect.
Makowsky, let me ask you this.
I'm choking on a nut. Yes. Go ahead.
That's not the last time.
I just was asking you this, and now I'm done.
Can I just let the women gaze at me for a few minutes in silence?
You should. Hey, Lynette, so tell us how you feel. We'll all gaze. How do you feel about your status, whatever that is now? You made a post. Everyone plussed, and they toasted to 1 million more.
No.
Wow.
1 million testicles.
Don't we get a screenshot of this? Don't we get a screenshot of this?
I'll try to capture that moment. Okay. Although mine look bad. Let me try you. That should look good. That looks pretty good.
This has been the gayest moment of my entire life.
So far.
Wait, when's your birthday? What year? Yeah, that was it.
Mine?
Whose birthday?
Oh, you said the gayest moment so far, and I thought that was...
Don't you two have, aren't your birthdays just a few days apart?
Yeah,
me and Lynette, yeah. We're
no,
bulls, baby.
We're 5 days apart in a couple of years, I think.
Just a couple.
Not just you, Lynette.
Less than a decade, so it's like, it's fine.
Aren't the three of you?
I'm going to be 3.
Pay attention to the question.
Oh, Jane, are you talking?
What sign are you? Well, he doesn't have food in his mouth again.
The question is the birthdays. I guess they're all May?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the point, Matt. She's trying to make.
That's a point that I've discovered. Yeah, I didn't need that.
Point that just like flew right over your head.
No, I had that point from the beginning.
What part of the 3 of your birthdays being at the same time do you not understand?
I don't like this movie that we're in right now, Makowsky.
You see, mine is in February, so I remember all the May.
February.
Listen, I didn't want to go see Titanic 3D. I don't need to see it on my show.
Did you?
Dad! Why is Gilbert Grape in Titanic? That's weird. I mean, his brother.
My client, just so you know, I never told you, she's got her fingers are like this. She's missing her fingers right up to that.
Your wife?
My client.
No, it's his wife.
Your client?
Yeah.
What do you mean your client? Spider-Man? Is Peter Parker your client?
He gets hired by people to do things, kind of like Richard Gere.
And I fly planes.
Really? That was your segue? That's a great segue. All right.
Now, let's talk about Air Canada. I mean, how many times has the planet Venus just jumped out at you and scared you?
Air traffic control must have been going. I mean, can you imagine the planet Venus coming? Air Canada divert because there's a planet 5 billion light years away. So quick, evasive maneuvers. Air Canada, dive.
And seeing as I've never piloted a plane, I just don't
That's
get
not what I heard.
You don't want to throw a plane like that into a nosedive unless absolutely necessary. I've had to do it I've had to.
Makowsky, you can tell us about your landing strip techniques. I don't think I can handle it.
I've landed in the Hudson once. That was with.
That wasn't you.
I saw that on TV.
So it's kind of like with him.
My memories are a little false sometimes.
Makowsky!
Sometimes they are hit by movies and commercials and news.
Makowsky, just because you get hit by a plane doesn't mean you're capable of flying a plane.
You want to know what's so insane? Because I've been so Makowski'd, I was actually explaining
Wait. My ears are bleeding. Can we not make that a verb?
It is one. I was explaining to people who were actually listening to me about what happened to that plane based on all of my plane knowledge that I received from Makowsky. And I said, no, listen, this is what actually happened, because I know. And they're like, really? You know stuff? I said, yes, I do. I got it from Captain Makowsky.
I can fly.
So can you pilot the USS Enterprise?
No, he's not that major nerd.
The Starship Enterprise?
Is that really
like Korean?
You said the Starship Enterprise. You made it seem like there was another Enterprise. You mean like a boat? No, I didn't mean a boat.
There's the Space Shuttle.
This is Space Shuttle Enterprise. Who doesn't know that?
I'm talking about Star Trek, yes. Why would I ask you about some random spaceship?
Because it goes into space and it's the shuttle. And it's called Enterprise. Lynette looks like she is going to...
Hey, Lynette, Lynette never answered the question. So, Lynette, now that you're over 1 million...
Wait a minute. The question is, so everyone will know, you May birthdays, you all need to say your birthday because it's going to be huge. Lynette?
Why is my birthday going to be huge?
You just go. What day in May?
You're going to have a birthday gasm.
May 16th. The 16th.
The 16th.
Makowsky?
1-3.
The 13th.
Rappaport?
Right
the 11th.
The 11th.
We're all in the same week. It's like a birthday week. And Jane Ellen?
No wonder we're all such assholes.
Makowsky knows my birthday. Anus kicks.
Jane, you have to say your birthday. We can't just do 3 out of 4.
It's February 26th.
What?
Nathan's birthday is the 16th of May, and my husband's is the 17th. Although I always forget it and just celebrate Nathan.
What are the chances that you help Lynette and Nathan and they both have the same birthday?
Okay.
My daughter's birthday is next week.
So basically, your roster is full of bulls. That's nice.
Yeah.
We go to a roller skating party.
Oh, a roller skating party.
Wait, Makowsky, you could pilot roller skates?
I don't roller skate because I can't afford to get hurt and lose a week of travel.
I would pay to watch you roller skate.
I would do the opposite.
Drive the pedals of the plane.
I would pay you $250 to watch you roller skate.
Wait, are there pedals in a plane?
There are pedals on a plane.
Yeah, because it works like a car when it's on the ground.
The rudder pedals.
Do you have a gas and a brake?
They also drive the front wheel.
There's
also a tiller. There's also a tiller for the front wheel that takes the plane into tight turns when you're turning onto the runway.
So explain what happened and how hard it is to take over the plane and what happened with Canada. Because, the plane's going to fly itself once it's up there. How hard was it for him to do that? And freak out over the planet Venus hurtling towards
It's not hard at all. You can take a plane off of a monopile.
Hotel Wi-Fi. Yeah.
Hotel. Everything's 5 minutes apart.
Are we having a baby?
That's because somebody else in the hotel is downloading porn.
Somebody? Only one person?
Wait, no, Matt.
It's Makowsky on the other
It's not somebody else. It's just me on another tab downloading porn. It's actually Matthew Rappaport. Never mind.
I mean,
wait, you found my sex tape? That's cool.
Tapes.
Really? If it was plural, I'd be rich.
Really?
How good are they?
I mean, we'll be the judge of that.
I was going to say, Jane, he thinks pretty confident there. I'm like, it's really not for him to judge.
Wobbly H or Eiffel Tower?
Wait,
I won't say that the other person in the video had purple hair, but
Lynette and I would do the wobbly H with Matt.
I didn't say.
But she'd be the other side of the H. Matt would be in the middle. So
I like how you play it out, Makowsky. Is this what happens when you close your eyes at night?
A lot of stuff happens. A lot. I got a movie reel.
Oh my god.
I have an entire movie reel. You're in there.
What's your favorite porno?
I mean, the worst thing you can do, what I hate about masturbating, is when
the end result when you have to clean up.
No, it's not that. It's when you're running the movie reel and you got all these hot women going through your head, all the women of Google Plus, and then all of a sudden your mother flashes in there, and boom, you come right there, and it's.
Is that how it happens for you?
Bad news.
Now? Did this start when you were 8 or yesterday or what?
It was like 5 minutes before the show
5
started.
minutes. I hope Mother Makowsky is watching. Hey, Mother Makowsky, you must be amazing.
That's disturbing.
She's too busy hobbling my father right now.
Well, I don't know what that means.
You got to Google hobble?
So what else? Hey, no, I know what it means. I just don't know what it means. Jane Ellen, what do you think of Matt Makowsky? Well, you love him, but what do you think about his antics?
I love him and his antics. How could I not?
Oh,
We just shared Pepsi. There's nothing.
I
What's
think
not
what
to
he just
love?
said about his mother canceled out the Pepsi. What?
I don't even know what he's saying, but I know I love it.
Oh yeah, is that
Are we
normal?
here to talk about Lynette and her 1 million?
No, we're not.
We're not here to talk about it. We're here to what?
Okay, Lynette. Now,
We're here to
seeing
celebrate.
as Makowsky and Rappaport are, just riding your coattails now, how did you get to where you were? I mean, how many topless hangouts did you have to do to get to where you are now? Be honest.
Not enough. I should be 2 million if I was doing top. No, actually, I'd be at like 14 people if I was doing topless hangouts.
And we would be 3 of the 14.
Oh yeah, I'd be there for you. You know I would.
I don't know how I did it.
Yeah, topless.
Here's a real question. Is most of your engagement through Hangout, or is it just talking to people in their stream? See, Matt, that's a real question.
I'm not going to answer it.
Jane knows how to interview, had this been an interview.
I believe I already covered my interview with Lynette Young, and it's available now on YouTube for you to watch.
Say iTunes.
Anyway, so yeah, how do you use this white space?
How do you use the white space?
White space.
That's a real question, Lynette. All right, enjoy that.
It's a real question. Hangouts, yes.
No, she asked how you use the white space.
How you use the white space.
No, I was just sticking with that.
I put Photoshop nude pictures of Makowsky in them.
How do you get anything done?
See?
I think that's what all my 35
Watch it.
in
What?
my
He's on my
There's
desktop.
There's a Chrome extension for that. Hello.
I could screen
I have a
share my
Chrome
desktop, and it's
Yeah, I
covered
knew
with
you'd say
Makowsky photos. No shit.
Hey,
Are we gonna talk
Makowsky,
about
who made that,
extensions now?
Muhammad or Robert Pitt?
But there are no extras here, but I
talk
could
to
show you.
people. That's what I do, Jane. I talk to people. I +1 the heck out of people. Because as soon as, if I find anything I find remotely interesting come across the stream, I +1 it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm a +1.
Whoa, doesn't that
I'm
make you feel better,
promiscuous.
Makowsky?
I'm very promiscuous with my +1.
I get a +1 from Lynette Young about once every 3 weeks. And
Or maybe
And you usually
start
meme about it.
Yeah, but or you start a female movement. That's kind of really where it's at, isn't it?
Well, see, that's half the problem. Makowsky talks about his movements a little too much.
Yeah, his
Yeah,
bowels.
it's hard to +1 a movement. It's hard to +1 a sexual interlude in the Burger King bathroom, but you did today.
I
And Andy jumped in. I was like, whoa, this is like opposite trolling. I think you were actually trolling my post.
I'm the anti-troll.
I hear it's better at Chick-fil-A. Like,
Oh yeah,
But
really?
you don't know the backstory.
She did the
of
comic
Chick-fil-A,
book guy
though.
voice when she was posting that, Mr. Makowsky.
That's how I pictured it.
In his
Okay.
head it was. Well, do you know the backstory on Chick-fil-A? How they're kind of anti-gay.
I did
Make
not.
that run.
That's
Yeah.
That's particularly why I chose them as a fast food.
Chick-fil-A would have worked, so would Cracker Barrel would have also
Cracker
worked.
Barrel would have worked very well.
We call it a cracker. No.
But Cracker Barrel's not fast food.
I'm taking it back. Right.
Don't even. I used to work at a job where they called me a cracker.
Aw, I thought you were going to
Really?
get a job where you worked at Cracker Barrel. That would have been.
No, I had a job where they called me a cracker, and something in Spanish that I didn't understand, but it basically meant white woman with a big ass, and but it was like a term of endearment. They liked
Quick,
it.
invite Alex.
Alex, what?
Invite Alex Balcazar to be our translator. He's just learned Spanish as a second language. He lives in Mexico.
Oh yeah,
God.
he's famous in Mexico.
This is
for
the
his,
most DC show.
For his tostados, his taquitos,
Don't even try.
taquitos tostado.
His kangaroo tacos and whatnot.
So Lynette, ever since they made the new changes on G+, do you find more or less Jane, Ellen, and Makowsky posts? Is it easier to find them?
Well, I have them in a circle, just the two of them together, so it's very easy.
Wow, you're there in the easy
Do you have a circle of just the two of us? How
Yeah,
weird.
she's got you guys in her
It's called
easy circle.
It's called the circle of schmucks.
Aw,
The circle of shame.
dinner schmucks.
That's what I should rename it. The walk of
Circle
shame.
of
The Google
Schmucks.
Plus
Can we
walk
sing
of shame.
Circle of Schmucks?
I think you already did. All right, enjoy the Pepsi. A
That's
choice of a
It does look awfully
Makowsky
good.
generation.
Oh yeah, I forgot that slogan. That was very 80s of you.
I try. Really? You need that for your breath? No one's making out with you tonight, I guess.
Is there any reason I shouldn't marry this box of Tic Tacs right now?
No.
There is no reason because it's white, just like you.
They're white.
It's not as fresh as you, right?
I think
But
they're kosher. You could conduct the very first marriage to a box of Tic Tacs right here on a live Google Hangout.
Do you, box of Tic Tacs, take Matthew Makowsky?
Imagine if I choked to death on a Tic Tac right now.
well, that would make for good
That would be
hangouts.
the first.
I don't think any of us would call 911.
Didn't
Google
Jane talk
on the
about
air
snuff hangouts a while
Yes, I
back?
did talk about snuff hangouts. You were listening? You were the one person. Okay.
Try that again. Did you actually see that? Did you actually see
crap
the Tic
out of
Tacs
me.
fly out?
Amy Gabriel said she's not watching anymore because you want to talk about length or girth. So.
I will only talk about length.
Amy, what? No, Mr. Liar.
Amy,
You can't go back now.
Length and girth are great, but stamina, and that's important too.
You do realize there are other pieces of your body besides the, what do you call it, Makowsky? The Makowsky? Mini Makowsky?
It's just called Makowsky.
Junior?
Oh, it's not junior or
Not
mini.
junior. No, it's the senior.
Well,
It's
if you're,
just- it's like
it's
the
smaller than the
Whopper.
entirety of Makowsky.
Nothing but penis.
Oh my
It's
God.
pretty much the Whopper. It's the
We're
McCarthy
gonna call
Whopper.
it
Becky.
Senor Makowsky.
They call it MSG. They'll make you pass out.
Let me test your Yiddish skills. You all know what a schmuck is, right? Everyone knows what a
Yes,
schmuck
you.
Mhm.
Next.
is. Yep. You know what a schmecky is.
Yes, that's what you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no, seriously, you should know
Yeah.
what a schmecky is. It's when your balls hang just outside the bottom of your underwear. It's called a schmecky.
Wow. It's called a wedgie.
That's called a schmecky. The wedgie.
It's called an old man.
No, there's other names for it when you're a woman, but
Oh, camel toe.
Your balls hang outside of your shorts, Lynette? Mine never do. I tuck mine in.
During certain
Tuck the balls.
weather
I use
conditions,
a
the
tuck.
balls will sag, and the balls will hang out of the underwear envelope.
listen.
Hey, Ed
You know the
Collins.
song "The Cradle Will Rock"? It used to be "The Balls Will Sag,"
Terry
but
C.
it's changed.
Simpson. People are watching us. Deborah Deaver can't believe that Makowski's eating Snickers bar and drinking Pepsi. Can she give you a bowl of sugar?
Deborah who?
Deborah Diva, of course.
Oh.
Because that's her real name.
Of course,
I believe
anyone
it.
of my 1 million followers probably thinks that I'm out of my mind right now.
They probably think that you're
Fairly-
amazingly awesome. You don't see anyone else with 1 million followers doing
I'm
this.
fairly
Legal?
reserved online.
Yes, I know. We should have Greg Adkins come in with us, shouldn't we?
Oh my God. Jane Ellen, if you name drop one more, I swear to God, man.
How about Rosie O'Donnell?
She knows everybody.
If Rosie
Is she
O'Donnell
coming
comes,
too?
if Rosie O'Donnell comes in here, Makowsky, she would probably not stay.
She would fall in love with him. It's like a spell.
Makowsky, you're so funny. That's my Rosie O'Donnell.
Technology!
Hey, Makowsky, you're not a girl, but
tell
Lynette
ya.
Young and that purple hair. Hello. Watch
Watch
out. Oh, Jane Ellen, I like the blonde. Maybe not so much. That blonde. Maybe you want to darken that blonde, but you know. I'm doing Rosie, not me, by the way.
That was Rosie? That was you
I
doing
thought it was
Rosie?
Rosie.
That was me doing Rosie if she was a little Jewy and a little not
A
as
little Jewy.
a little. Well, she is New York.
Yeah, she's New York, which
Thanks.
is what most people think Jewy is.
Yeah, well, it's all hand in hand. Same difference. Accents, Italian, Jews, others.
I got to get into New York soon, by the way.
Oh, May the 4th, Heather Faye, shout out. She's having a concert. Want to meet me at the same
Oh,
place,
crap,
same time.
really?
Yeah, May the 4th, be with you.
I
We'll
have
be,
to see because I'm having surgery next Friday.
Mm-hmm.
but we
May
can
the
meet at
4th. I
Googie's.
can do it.
You gonna get the big salad?
They don't serve salad at the bar, dude.
Never mind.
And New York is attainable because I could take the train in. I don't have to because I won't be able to drive for a little while.
You're not gonna have your chauffeur? Did he quit? When did he quit?
You just don't talk about it.
That
He
sucks.
said no more driving, Miss Daisy.
Oh.
Oh my God, Morgan Freeman was your. That's awesome. You and God. Yeah.
Yep.
Me and Lynette Young were like.
Did you just talk about fisting, Lynette? Did you just say that,
Yeah,
Makowsky?
should
I
I?
don't think either one of us said fisting.
I think that was was actually one of the first conversations I had with Jane.
It was!
Shared moments here on Google Plus. Uh-oh.
And she was like, no, that priest wasn't on the thing at the time, was it? Because I don't.
That was before I invited Todd in.
It was before the
yeah.
priest. Because at first I didn't realize he was a priest, and then I went and I like surfed his profile, and I was like, holy shit, he's a priest, and I'm sitting here trash talking on the Hangout.
Who's
he's
C.L.
awesome.
Wilson? C.L. Wilson in Complex. People are watching this on YouTube.
By the way, if anyone likes to talk about science fiction, his name is Todd Carter, and he is very, very
He's really cool.
amusing.
Like
He's a cool guy. He's a priest, yeah, and that's his job and all, but he doesn't like go out to convert people. He just is on Google Plus to talk about what he likes to talk about, which is usually nerdy sci-fi stuff.
Geeks out, yeah, I like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not Tim Jones. It's,
Tim Burton? I don't know if Tim Burton is on. Tim Jones, I know too.
Cheryl Wilson is watching. Hey, Cheryl Wilson, thanks for watching. We're live.
I love Cheryl Wilson. She's awesome.
Wilson!
What are we up to, 4 people?
Yeah, pretty much.
No. Wait, I don't have my glasses on. I can't
We have
see.
4 people. No, but the YouTube number is not exactly the stream number.
Yeah.
It's really distracting to have this phone vibrate because of where I put it. I just have to tell you that.
Wow.
I'll call you every 3 minutes.
You should probably not keep it in your ass.
Could you do it like every 30 seconds?
That's
Beat
what
me
you need.
again.
If that's what
Honestly.
it takes. Go to Mel and vibrating your pussy. If that's what it takes, then that's.
Hey, you said the magic word of the day.
Yay!
Hey, Matt Makowsky said the P word.
We should have a magic word of the day. That would be fun.
That would be fun. Ducks.
That was today's. I'm eating my mint.
This is what I would like to know from from anyone who would care to answer it. But I have a friend who is just talks about anal all the time, and a
Matt
friend.
Makowsky. Why don't we just call it Matt Makowsky?
Why don't we just say Makowsky?
Okay, Makowsky talks about anal all the time.
Why do you have to quote it? No, it is Makowsky.
My 2 favorite.
And it's like, what is the attraction?
You don't have to worry about getting anyone pregnant. There it is.
Okay.
Hey, oh yeah.
Then you could just said that. I just didn't know.
I'm guessing.
To me, that is outward-facing plumbing. Nothing's meant to go in. It's meant to come
Yes, thank you very much.
See,
out.
I was saying what the appeal of it was. I wasn't saying that was the only...
Now I know that some people say it's a form of submission, and I said, well, there are other ways.
I don't know. I'll take pink over brown any day.
But there are people that enjoy pain. I think that's pleasure. All right, I'm so glad that this
I just have to tell the story since Makowsky brought it up.
Yes.
Please. So about the time that you and what?
What? Don't.
Is it an anal story?
So I could say this with you guys because you'll
because
get it.
no one else is watching. So go ahead.
No one else is watching. So okay, does everybody know what the shocker is, right? Somewhat.
The shocker? Oh, I think it has something to do with...
Google it.
I know what the Sibian is. I have one in my bedroom.
Wait, how am I the only one that knows this out of you 3?
12 people are watching,
Deviants.
so they know. If you know what the chakra is, put it in the
Because
comments.
Greg Adkins has to teach me all these things first before I can have a conversation with you about
What's
it.
it to do with the clitoris?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
I do have a clitoris.
Oh, God, Dolores.
Dolores.
Vulva?
MOBA!
Vulva?
Close.
Vulva?
So I had to explain what
Oh, that damn clock.
this thing
Okay,
was.
yes.
And there's a couple phrases that go along with it. And I was I had no
Buzz
time
my
to
phone,
actually
Makowsky.
say it. But I have a shocker for my minivan, which I need to put on the back sticker of
Big
my
Ellen
car.
is muted.
We muted her.
Hey, Makowsky, do you read for a living, or do you always like to interrupt beautiful purple-haired women when they're telling a story about sexual things? Is that normal for you? Because is that why you've been married so long? Look at you. You look like an old Jewish guy. Oh, wait, you are. Lynette, continue talking.
Hey, I can't hear what you're saying. I got to put on my hearing aid. What?
Your monkey age?
I got my monkey aids.
That's good. You just defended an entire continent.
What? Which one?
I can't say.
What are you talking about? Offended an entire continent? What's that mean?
It means whatever you want.
Oh, thank you. If you could continue that, that'd be really great.
All the monkeys that have AIDS in Africa.
So this one time, you were going to tell us a story?
About the soccer.
We're on the front page on YouTube. Hello to Ray Ellen.
If we're on the front page of YouTube, I'm scared.
We're in trouble now.
Ray Ellen says we're on the front page. Yes, his name is Ellen. Ray Ellen.
Oh, my God.
Maybe
we are freaking YouTube out.
We are in a lot of trouble now. So since we're on the front page of YouTube, let's totally bury Rappaport, and let me tell you about the minivan shocker.
Oh, my God.
So the shocker, this shocker, there's a couple phrases that go with it, but the best one, I guess, that I could explain is 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink, which is like, okay. Oh my God, is this what Makowsky didn't even know? So, but anyway, so that's that, and it's.
Oh, is that what that's called, the shocker? I just thought that was called like just a night.
Just a regular night.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a name.
For those who missed it, Lynette Young now has over 1 million followers.
Hi,
2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
So that's a description, this very vulgar thing, meme, whatever that goes around on the internet.
We do talk about pop culture.
Makowsky, could you vibrate my phone again, please?
So I have a sticker for my minivan, and basically the sticker is like a sign language type thing, like the outline, you know, like the stick figure people. But the minivan shocker means that you sit 2 in the front and 5 in the back.
Uh-huh.
Do you kind of get the...
Yeah.
I get it.
Thank you. So I haven't been brave enough to actually put the sticker on my car yet, because I'm afraid that people will ask me what it means, and I really don't want to answer the Girl Scout moms and...
Oh, do it!
Girls, my kids
totally want to.
Listen, any organization that wants you to buy and eat their cookies in a little dress-up outfit has some issues.
That's true, but so I've had the sticker for quite some time because I had the zombie family in the back of my car, but the minivan shocker, I just don't have the.
Can you say 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink?
We already did. Yeah.
I have to say, I'm getting very aroused when you say 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
You get aroused if we say your name, so. Makowsky.
Could you say it slower and a little louder than that?
And throw the word dirty Jew in there or something. Somehow.
That's 2 words, Makowsky, 2 words.
Somehow working dirty Jew, 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
Oh my God, we just lost the entire.
We lost the entire continent of Israel.
No.
That is a big continent.
Israel just hung up.
Jerusalem, goodbye.
Jerusalem, goodbye.
See your product.
We have a caller on the line. No,
I was
Lebanon.
very upset. Rappaport, you did not respond. I found a display in my metropolis, all kosher food. I think it was, what, 4 shelves, Makowsky?
You do realize that I eat bacon cheeseburgers, but thanks.
There's 1 Jew in your entire town.
I know, there's 1 Jew here. That I am aware of.
Those crackers are good, though.
Those Jew crackers? Is that what you mean? What do you mean those crackers are good? Well,
it's called matzah, and that holiday is over.
Did you say those crackers?
If we're on the front page of YouTube, I'm sorry!
We went back to the crackers again. This is a different kind of cracker, though.
Who are you calling it crackers?
Now, if you say cracker, you have to say it correctly, like if you are a talking animal in an animated thing.
Can you imagine if we were actually all at a dinner table or in 1 room together? That would be, people would be hurt.
So you want to talk about the upper decker?
I'm going to make an upper decker in your house party.
No, it's the upper decker I actually knew of.
That one I've never heard of.
Really?
Listen, leave Tony Danta out of this.
But the very first time I can go to Rappaport's house, I'm going to do an upper decker.
I can't wait. I think I should invite Felicia Day because she wants it.
She does. Wait, no.
Hey,
I think Makowsky made that up. I don't think that's real.
I thought I thought Ryan was going to sing to you shirtless. Where's Van Sickle?
That would be awesome.
Oh, I don't know. He's busy. You know, he did have a loss in the family, and he's still.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Did he?
Yeah, his grandfather, who was a hero of this.
Oh.
So. Look at Makowsky, all smiles. Makowsky, nothing bothers you, Makowsky.
Nothing. Look, I'll pull the plug on a mother-in-law. What do I give a shit? I'll pull the plug on mothers-in-laws, on old ladies, on, whatever. Drunk old men that end up in the emergency room. I don't care. If you want someone to pull the plug, there's a whole thing about pulling the plug and, the moral. Just call me and I'll pull the plug.
Makowsky's about saving the electricity. He doesn't care.
Pull the plug. Yeah, she's gonna wake up. She's like a fucking baked potato. She's gonna wake up. Sure, any minute now. Yep, we got a lot of brain waves going on in there. Maybe put some sour cream in her skull cap and she's up.
You are horrible.
How about some bacon bits?
Bacon. He is very sentimental. You'd be surprised.
Is a hotel room and a bed.
A hotel room with an orange wall.
That's my life. I'm just a natural troll because that's all I got to do. Oh, speaking of trolls.
And we're back, and that was me. That was good timing actually on me shutting the power off. That was real nice.
And then after I swallowed, I said, "You passed me in."
And
You were there the whole time, and we tracked.
Jerusalem, you're back.
You were. Now when I wake up with an email saying...
Caller from Jerusalem. First-time caller, long-time listener.
My foot is near the power outlet. It happened once before, and it just went boop. My whole computer went boop, and I came. So what was that, 2 minutes to start back up and get everything going?
Honestly, we had a great time. We had a nice little threesome. There was a little shocker involved.
Great.
Two in the pink. One in the stink.
We went from 12 watchers to 6 watchers when I left. What are the chances of that?
Because it dropped HOA.
Because it turned off.
It's only turned on when you're there, Rappaport.
I turned it on.
I told someone about an HOA and they said homeowners association. It's like, how long have you been on Google Plus that you don't know what I'm talking about?
It's not that. Oh my God, there's like a million HOAs going on. 2, 4, 6.
Yeah, there are.
We're not even on. that list. I better refresh. What's going on?
Yeah, make us number one again, because the sex talk that I'm not in is now here. And who knows what else. No, if you want to put your head on Lynette's shoulder, it has to go the other way. There you go. Oh, and Lynette.
Chinese twins.
Oh.
What the heck happened here, God? The aliens took us away, Cheryl. No, we're back, Cheryl. We're back. Ask Matt to make my phone vibrate. Too much, Jane. Ha, ha, ha.
What?
These are our viewers. They
Someone
enjoy
else
the
is going to
commentary.
vibrate my phone?
Everyone's going to vibrate your phone.
And
by phone, you mean vagina.
Yes, I also mean phone, which is like right
Her
between
vagina.
my creamy white thighs.
Virginia, come out tonight.
I say don't throw away the old cell phone.
Hey, Lynette. So,
Hey, Matt.
what's going to happen when you meet Makowsky and Jane Ellen at the same time? Mind blown.
Oh my God. I don't even know.
You're not going to be able to stand it. You'll explode.
I'll probably
She'll
wet my
hide.
pants. So depends, better like sponsor me now. So.
Oh, yeah, right, like Star Wars.
Oh, what's the new one that everyone's in the commercials for? Is it Poise? How they have it looks like Lisa Rinna's in something.
I thought that was an April Fool's joke. No, she's serious?
Lisa Rinna's in everything.
And
isn't she? Like,
Kirstie
literally.
Alley is in it. I mean, I've seen ads pop up all over the place.
Money grubbers. Holy cow. Are you
Look,
kidding me?
honestly,
Or-
if they threw $2 million at me to say I wear Poise, I will take it.
Yeah.
Never heard of the product. So I still,
No, actually, the ad
Wait,
is...
depends.
They're
It
adult
just
underwear or adult diapers.
I'm ready for it. I don't particularly like getting up from work to go
Well,
to the
see, that's just more convenient for Makowsky. He actually
It's
wants
just more
it.
convenient, especially when
So
you're
would you be a
thank you.
Viagra
Thank
sponsor
you.
if you want to get up from work?
when you're in the cockpit. You can't leave your
Viagra cockpit, yeah.
You can't leave your co-pilot because he might crash the plane because the planet of fucking Venus is out there.
Hey, Makowsky, tell us about your experience with air marshals. Are they assholes? Do you like them?
Air marshals?
Yeah, tell us about
Tell
air
us-
marshals.
Tell us some air marshal stories.
I don't have any air marshals.
What? You call yourself a pilot?
I do.
Have you ever encountered
Yes.
an air marshal on a plane?
You're not supposed to know who they
Well,
are.
remember that one girl?
Hey,
Comment.
Hey, wait a minute. No. Makowsky, the Latina that that one accident, the plane thing, and she was in the tail section. Remember her?
She got bumped in the tail. I remember her.
Boy, we're actually
That one, and then you were on the island for a few months.
She didn't want to
Remember
say-
her?
Wasn't that the plot of Lost?
Oh, that's right. It was. Okay.
Something about an island and a hatch.
Something about a monster and a hatch and a Matthew Fox.
I got you a hatch right here.
Is that what you did? Is Matthew Fox acceptable?
Wait a minute. You just said Jew. Do you always say that?
Yeah. Didn't you ever see, what was that show with shit.
Who do you think you are?
No.
You can't do that. You can't do that on television.
No, where he's an attorney and
Do you
he's
think you can
from New
dance?
York. What is that movie?
Bridget Loves Bernie.
No.
What?
It was
What is that
Bridget
from
Loves Bernie.
1912?
My cousin Vinny.
That's a movie.
That
Yeah,
was a TV show?
that was a
No,
movie.
movie.
You'll get an F one way or the other. Yeah.
Did she not say that this was
Maybe
a
I
TV
did.
show?
I'll
Okay.
have to watch the tape.
Listen.
I stand by Bridget Loves Bernie.
Sometimes the purple seeps in and it changes facts. Right?
It's actually weird because it's light purple at the roots, and as it goes out, it gets darker purple.
Oh, so you're not a fan of the band Deep Purple?
It actually my hair actually grows purple now. I've done this for so long.
That's awesome. You should dye it all purple.
I thought about it actually.
I don't think he's talking about...
Ugh.
I think
Probably
Lynette knew what I was
I
talking
think
about.
he's
No, I
talking
didn't.
about
It's
the
jeans,
carpet
right?
matching the curtains. Thank you very much.
That's the
Well,
dress.
this is the audience. This is what we're going for.
What are you saying?
Are you saying, Lynette, that you would never do that? That's against your religionism?
No, I have no religion.
I mean,
No, I
what's the point, really? I mean, just...
Purple isn't purple.
Could you imagine going to your salon and saying, you know what I want colored?
That would be an awesome sketch.
My
Honey,
JJ.
It's no worse than don't bedazzle it, please.
That's right. I was thinking about
Make it
that.
shine and sparkle. Make it get all the fellas.
Shiny.
Wait,
I want it to have glitter.
if the fella
So
is
I'm
already...
at Starbucks with two of my girlfriends, and
Segue.
one of them says, I'm going to get my hood pierced.
Oh,
Oh.
Okay?
Uh,
there's no.
when I was
But
17,
I think she did this at the same time.
when I was 17, I went to my first strip club
When
in
you were
Queens.
17?
Yeah, and it was a little dirty. And
I
so
was 17.
it was like, full of immigrant strippers, which
I
is
learned
normal,
the truth at 17.
which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
And this woman with really blonde hair, African American or whatever, I don't, maybe from the islands, I didn't ask, was taking me to the back to give me a lap dance, and that the guys bought for me that I was with. And we were alone. There was like a bodyguard guarding the door, and it was just me and her. And I was watching. I was quiet. It was my first time doing it. And she had a clit ring, and I was not feeling it at all. She was like playing with this clit ring that was not doing much. I was like, that was like not. She thought it was all awesome stuff. I guess most people do.
What did you say, ring? What ring?
Really, Lord of the Rings.
I just want you to say it over again.
I really.
I can't.
Wait a minute. That's a shocker.
Did you say?
Yeah. No, she wants you. Yeah, I know what Makowsky wants.
I'm gonna give my wife a shocker this weekend.
Anyway, her name was Strawberry, by the way. That was her stripper name.
I'm
Makowsky has a
sure
Prince Albert.
All named fucking Strawberry Shortcake.
No shortcake.
Did you know Makowsky has a Prince Albert?
There it is.
There it is.
Isn't that the new Makowsky rule I said the other day? Everything goes south.
Everyone.
It's like the Hitler thing within. I forget the name of it. Something
Really?
like,
You're going to mention Hitler on the show? All right.
No. We were talking about that when you were off.
Oh, that's even
With
better.
the Hitler. She's got, look, Jane Ellen's got Nazi programmed into her.
Oh, not programmed?
Like there's actually a statistic that says after so many comments in a thread, someone is bound to bring up the word Nazi or the meme with Hitler, that video that everybody always dubs over.
Really?
Yeah. So I
do love that one.
I think there's a Makowsky rule that at some point someone's always going to bring up
Prince Albert?
Yeah.
Hey, Tracy, why don't you now Google Shocker and Prince Albert?
Hey, Corey.
Because she watched.
Let me explain something. When you
she watched Two Girls in a Cup.
Oh, God, who didn't?
There's something called New Incognito Window. That's really where you want to go.
Yeah, that way no one knows you're doing it, except
when you're Googling medical terms and stuff we talk about on this show. You want to go to incognito.
You know what's great about the show? Like week 1, we were talking about Dancing with the Stars, and ever since Makowsky got here, we can't even talk about it.
It's all my fault. You can't talk
It is your fault because Jane loves you so much, and I like Jane, and I'm like, all right. And I like you, but not to be on the show.
We're going to put these two together, and we're going to do Dancing with the Stars, and then Matt and I are going to go together. We'll do Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It'll be like single elimination.
We'll be tonguing on the side. So,
okay.
Look,
that's called Tonguing with the Stars. That's
here's an experiment. How many people are online right now that you can tell? We have a
what?
How many people?
How many people are online that you can tell right now?
What do we have? 6, 3?
You're talking about watching on YouTube. Okay, I thought you wanted me to measure the internet. I was like, really? You want me to tell you how many people are online?
You measure your penis. What?
Well, that's true. I purposely didn't shave for you, just for you.
I shaved for you.
Thank God. 10 people
and
are
I was
watching.
talking to Lynette.
10 people. You go talk
My
about
mother would be so proud of this.
Mine too.
Your mother shaved too? That's nice.
You know what? I can't even hear Makowsky at this point, but I know he's saying something that I would love.
What about something I say that you would love?
Well, say something for me to love. Sing a show tune. You know I love it.
Yeah,
Did you say vajayjay?
No, I actually said vagina.
Oh.
I see dead people sometimes. You know, this is a family show, by the way, in case you didn't notice. And, it's for the whole family.
Did you notice the other thing, Matt, flicking in the corner there?
Yeah,
the
he's
monitors.
Wait a minute. Do you want me to get her other ear, Makowsky? I'm getting her other ear. You ready? Let's stick our tongue in Lynette's ear.
Hey, Mike Duncan, Daria Musk, if you want to come in, you're invited. You know, you want some of this. Who else?
Come on.
I forgot to send you an invite. Wait, I know you want to come in here. And
wait a minute, I can feel the flop sweat on the back of your neck, Rappaport.
You know what would be great?
Did you know that I can gargle the national
like
anthem?
Well, I do. Louis Gray will never come in to another hangout again because of what I did with him and McGee.
Hey,
Robert McGee.
What the ladies of G Plus think of this shirt right now? I want to know. I need to know.
So come on, unbutton your first button, just for them, just the first one.
No, I
like
well, I meant the second one. The second one. The second one.
No, we're not doing this. Stop. This is not entertaining. It's not fun. It's not funny.
If we did it, it'd be entertaining for you.
Now, Rappaport, you do it. Come on. And I'll
I've done it
drink.
before. Why do you need to do it again?
What?
Why? This is
Because
like...
you always show your one chest hair every show.
Really? One?
Ouch.
Really? Is that what you're going to do? You're going to show you that I have two?
That's harsh.
Yeah, two.
Come on, show me. Show me.
Friend.
There you
Look,
go.
there's a lot of hair. Look at all the hair.
Oh, wow. Like the werewolf.
Anything else? Oh, was that one hair that you saw there, babe? I mean, baby?
Baby?
See what you did?
What?
You made me call you a B word on my own show.
What you want to do,
Are
baby?
you talking to me?
Clint Eastwood. I was talking to Makowsky.
Baby? You want to run your fingers through my chest hair?
Jade Allen's speechless. Look, I'm here speechless. Yeah! I love it.
My phone's vibrating so much I don't have to talk.
I'm going to run my hands through Jane's chest hair.
Uh-oh.
Let's
She
make
shaved.
round robin.
No, she shaved for us, dude. I mean, for Lynette. This is chest hair.
For me, not for
I shaved
you
from
guys.
Yeah, I took all my chest hair off. Now I didn't shave my ass hair, but I shaved my chest hair.
Do you
Do you normally find that you do that on your own, or you need help?
I have people.
Multiples, not one. One's not enough.
Cookie.
Oh, don't take the cookie.
Well, they like to switch. Don't ever take
So,
the cookie.
so what happened? The '80s, Bush was acceptable,
Because then the
and
cookie's
now no more. Is that because of the president? He screwed that up, or?
Honestly, how do you have HOA anymore?
Well, they don't know what I'm doing. Why? There's nothing against having a show that's adult-ish.
That's right.
I wanted to talk about Game of Thrones. Man, I didn't watch Game of Thrones.
Talk about Game of Thrones.
Why
You don't
do you
watch
want to
it.
talk about something that
I'm gonna
we
swap
didn't watch?
Fly in my hotel room that's the size of a 747 while you talk about Game of Thrones. Nope.
I mean, why am I being
don't need
called
to talk about
Kalishi is what I want to know.
Nice.
Nice
Yeah,
pull.
actually, she's very much,
Except she has dragons. No, you have Makowsky, so that's kind of the same thing.
I
Da-da-da-da-da.
Zontar's coming. Honestly,
right.
why am I being called Kalishi? He's becoming Zontar.
No, I'm trying to kill this fly.
There is no animals will harm death. You know, no animals will harm making this HOA. So remember that next time you're watching. Hey, Cheryl Wilson, ask us a question. We'll answer it when Makowsky's done trying to swat his bed to death. This is the PLUStainment Show. Aren't you happy you're watching?
Lynette, doesn't his bed look different from the last time we were there? I thought it was on a different wall. Remember that?
The killing of the mattresses. When they say go to the mattresses, they mean... Cheryl Wilson, there, you see it? She's like, I haven't seen it. I'm butting a Rappaport. Now you see it.
Okay, just throw yourself on the bed, please. Please throw yourself on the bed. I want to see you like
Lynette is crying with tears of, a million tears
Throw
of joy.
yourself on the bed.
A million tears of
Come on, do it.
for every girl and boy.
oh my God.
And she's talking about...
Could you, while he's doing this, could you say something in Hebrew, please, Rappaport? Because that would be a turn-on for me as a shiksa, random shiksa.
Listen,
That's my new name,
the
Random
appeal
Shiksa.
is running off, and he's done fighting the bed.
No, I got my new Jerusalem guy.
Makowsky lost to a toothbrush. Hi, my name is Matt Makowsky. I like props. Props do me good, but I don't want to talk. I do props.
That's still your fucking bedtime, though.
Really? It's not just regular bedtime. It's the effing bedtime. What's the difference between normal bedtime and your bedtime, Matt Makowsky?
What?
Exactly. Do they speak English in one?
Exactly.
What?
There's purple hair.
Nope.
And scene. Look, I got a text message. It's probably from Google. You have been terminated. Yes. Thanks, Google. Love you. Hey, so I bet Bradley, Vic, and Louis, you're all watching. Hey, you enjoying the show? Is it fun for you? We're celebrating 1 million followers plus for Lynette Young. We're following 5 followers plus for Matt Makowsky.
We're celebrating Monkey AIDS. We're celebrating
No, Monkey Arms.
1 million followers for Lynette. We're celebrating my 4 fans that I have today. I asked today, do they want more of Makowsky? Give me a +1, or less, give me a -1, or I said go fuck off.
Whoa.
So I have 4 people who said more Makowsky. 4 people. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
4 is better than 3.
Fucking people.
Yeah, I wasn't one of them.
Wow.
I noticed.
No. No,
I think
I
you
wasn't
tried
one
to
of
find
them.
the -1.
Would you like a -1
I
button?
tried to minus 100, but it didn't work.
A lot of people would like -1 buttons. Do you think that would work, Lynette Young? Or that's
No,
too big?
they don't. It doesn't work on the book face. It's not going to work here because then people will troll hard on that. That's why.
The book face?
The book face.
You could say vagina, but you can't say Facebook? Wow.
Facebook.
I love the show.
You could say, that's a shocker.
That's a shocker. 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink, but not Facebook. No! Why would I say that word?
I can't say Facebook.
Facebook.
Wait, you could say, what was that? You
No,
could
it's
say...
like Dig or like Reddit or something like.
You know what I love about Dig? The
Oh my God,
person
does
that
he have
created
a
it now works
feature
for
in there?
Google. What?
I know. I was like, what happened to him? Nobody heard from him anymore, but apparently he's
Well, he
still
was
in Noogler training or something.
Okay, here. This is really important to me because Makowsky and I, when we go through people who have circled us, what we do is he goes on his side, he looks for attractive women, and I look for attractive men. But sometimes there just aren't any. And then you have to decide, are you going to circle them or not? So I want to know, Lynette, with your 1 million people, is that what you do first?
No, she's got me at a limit already. No?
I had the 5K limit like 3 times already.
Yeah, me too,
I had
yeah.
to take them down, and I hated doing it, but I had to go through. I don't use extensions, but once or twice I had to install one that let me sort by the last public post. And I know they're probably doing stuff private, but it was public post, and like if they hadn't done a public post in like 3 months, then I ditched them. And I hated doing it, but I can't follow 1 million people. God.
Well, luckily you've got me and Makowsky in our own circle because he's never going to post public.
No, I don't think you should.
We have people that do love us. People that are watching.
Hey,
Leland
Makowsky, now that you've brushed your teeth, would you do the colonic for me? Because I love it when you do that.
Hey, can we zip the colonic for just 5 seconds, and we'll go right back into his diuretics and all that. Wait, give me 20 seconds. Leland Lester's watching, and he's enjoying that we're talking about any topic, and they're enjoying the why would you put anything on your bumper you didn't want them to take time to explain. Sounds pretty lame, Lynette. What do you mean by that? Did I miss that?
That was like 20 minutes ago.
That was 20 minutes ago, and Leland Lester is happy he's watching. He's happy about the invite. Motivus Jones says the bet is different. I kid. That's going on. G+. What's happening on YouTube? Cheryl Wilson, he can't talk. Tell Jane a picture didn't happen. Her new piercing when she gets it. LOL. All right, Jane. Well, we need to see a picture of that piercing.
I wasn't getting it. My friend was getting it, and not
your friend. What is your friend's first name?
Amanda.
Why is it Amanda, not just Amanda?
Because I was going to say Amanda Hug and Kiss, because it's this great Simpsons thing.
It's pretty good. It's not as good as Bend Over. Are you adjusting? We all saw that, by the way.
No, I thought Makowsky did that. I was echoing the Makowsky one.
So Lynette, you share this on your page. Then we should go check your page out because that's where 1 million people from America.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, they're all from America.
Are watching. Wait, no.
Actually, I have a good. No, there's really no comments.
You were like, I was about to say.
There's not. No, I have some pretty decent stats on the followers, although not all of them because I guess it can't suck them all in to do stats on them. So I know India is the #1 country of people that follow me.
You can't suck them more.
Makowsky. The joke only works never, so please stop.
Wait a minute, we're trending. No, we're not.
Why did you say that like from New York?
Because then we gotta use, I don't know, Britney Spears as a hashtag or something, then we'll trend.
Oh wait, that reminds me. Let me invite her.
Oh, there's a name for that in Twitter, and I can't remember what it's called.
Naked Twister? What?
It's gone. No, when you steal somebody's hashtag and write on it, if something's trending and then you start posting like irrelevant content or spammy crap with that hashtag.
Yeah, I've done that before.
And I honestly, right now, can't remember the name of it. But so
hash stealing?
Yeah, I forget what it
hash
is.
Hash spamming, maybe?
Probably. But so if we started using, hash release Bruce Wayne, whatever.
Hey, Bizoo72
Yes.
said, hey, who are you all? What is this about? We are the PLUStainment Show, and normally hosted by me and Jane Ellen.
We are family.
We are
Matt
the
Makowsky was
Fantastic
allowed
Four.
to be here. Fantastic. We're the Beatles, actually.
We're the Fantastic Four.
We're the new Beatles. The shitty shit.
Thank you, Scott Scherer, who was here for our anal discussion.
Uh-oh.
You know, Alex Balcazar is actually watching.
Alex!
And I don't know how to say his name. He gets upset with me when I say Balcazar.
Now, by the time you're done with Alex Balcazar, do you go through every hotel towel to create him, or?
Yes. To create him? Yes.
Alex is so handsome and swarthy.
Oh, is he? Let me go see his profile.
Now,
Yeah,
Jane, let me ask you a
Hold
question. Who's sexier, the man that you vowed your life to, or Matt Makowsky?
You're asking me like they're two different people. That's really kind of hard to sort out.
Lynette, would you say the same thing?
I mean,
This is one and the same.
They're one and the same.
I mean,
How do you feel about
when
the
it
fact?
comes to the sex appeal, we've got the Makowsky. I mean, can't you just feel the vibes just coming off the screen?
No. So how do you
Can't
feel
you
about?
feel it? Wait a minute. Oh, that was good. I like that.
He's
Screenshot.
putting it up.
There it is.
You have no idea what I vowed to Makowsky. You have no idea how long we've known each other.
Well, there's no time limit. We're listening.
Oh, we're not
Give us
going to
an
tell
idea.
you.
Throw us a
Saying you have
freaking
no
phone.
idea. Okay, Makowsky, you tell him.
You're gonna put it on
I
Makowsky?
vowed to suck your penis. That's what I vowed.
Oh my god.
Forever.
This is rated R for Rappaport. I mean, racy.
Somebody said it was boring.
What was us?
What?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I hate that.
Who's saying we're boring? This is boring with all due respect. Goodbye. Hey, Bizoo, that's fine. You think it's boring? That's great. You want to troll? You want to get attention? Cyndi Lauper. You think that Jane Ellen looks like Cyndi Lauper? You want her to sing for you? What is she, your puppet? Just because she makes me her puppet doesn't mean that she's your puppet. Who do you think you are? You don't think I have connections? You don't think I'm connected? You don't think I have mob connections? I don't. But if I did, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, Rappaport, you suck doing movie lines when you're cracking up and not smiling. You just.
I was not even doing movie lines. I just made all that up. There was no movie lines there.
Wait a
What
minute.
do I amuse
Do you
you?
have a
Do I
canister?
amuse you?
I could use one.
Am I here for your amusement?
I don't think you hear so good. You don't hear too good.
You know what? Now is the time for Makowsky to tell us a story of his youth regarding
Why is everything?
what his
Listen, there's
grandparents
4 of us
entertained
here.
him with.
In case you didn't notice, Jane, 4, not just.
But you know what?
Makowsky.
You know what?
I have
Do you know how often you actually contact me, Rappaport, when we're not doing this show?
Are you telling
it's a
me?
random
Is this-
baby.
oh, wait, are you telling me that you're going to use this show as therapy?
As conduit?
This is going to be the rapist show?
This show is now a
Makowsky, our
conduit?
dog Max is having a nightmare. Our dog Max is
What
having
is
a nightmare.
what
You can
is
hear
me having to contact you or not contact you have to do with the show?
Because I know all the stories because of the history. You don't talk to me. You talk to me on the show. So how am I going to ask you a question? I
Well, that is
know
sexy.
that he's got a great story.
That is sexting me right now. Do you see what she's doing? She's sexting me.
She's guilt tripping me. That's what she's doing on my own show.
I just got a very nice little sex from Lynette. She said, talk to me after the show in private. Swear to God.
She sent a picture of her
Wait,
bedazzled.
Gave you her phone number? That was a
didn't
mistake.
She sent me a picture of her carpet for some reason.
That's what I thought.
Was it purple?
I could
The
tell
purple
she was
carpet.
doing that.
And Alex Balcazar, by the way, says that he does get mad at me for mispronouncing his last name as Balcazar.
But
But I don't
Balcazar's,
know how to say it.
it sounds like that thing from Big, that creepy machine.
I said that to you. Yeah. Ball.
That's what
Ball.
that sounds like.
Can-
Alex is not a
hey,
creepy machine.
Can we invite Alex in? Can we please invite Alex in? Alex,
Isn't
would you
Alex
come to
Makowsky?
me?
I would love for Alex to come in
No.
and please tell me off about how I'm saying his name wrong.
Please, Alex, come invite Alex in.
Well, where's his name? I want to see how it's spelled. I bet I can say it
It's
better.
spelled D-A-L-C-A with a
There,
hat.
I typed it in. Invite Alex in, because we are engaged and we haven't talked in a while.
All right. I can't wait to see what happens next.
I don't think he's gonna come. You know what? He's what 6 hours ahead in Mexico because they're on a different like
Cesar?
6 hours ahead in Mexico. Is that what it is?
No. But He's very swarthy, and sometimes, well, for me, he dresses up like a pirate because I'm into that pirate dress-up thing, and
pirates. Give me a break.
he really pulls it off.
Makowsky, that's just for you.
Wow, thank you.
Well, let's see. We've covered fisting and butt pirates.
I love how we go up to 10 and 14. We drop to 6. When I stop talking, we drop numbers. What does it do with that?
Hold on, I got a sign language. Lynette, my phone number.
Oh, God. You guys just don't... I don't know, Makowsky and Jane, your energy, I'm not feeling it.
Wait,
No, I'm just kidding. Anybody else Balcazar in here? He's not coming in. Because Matt Makowski's trying to get him into a mobile. You do realize you can't get into an on-air on mobile, right? You know that, right, Makowsky?
I'm not trying to get
You used to be able to.
Never.
I know you can. I've tried it before.
No, I have been in on-air. Oh, well, Neighbor's a regular. No, it was on-air. I've been in on-airs on my mobile, and now I can't get into any on my mobile.
In a live stream, maybe, not for this. Like in a live stream on air, not for this on air, I don't think.
Now, she told me to contact them when that happened to me. It's like, well, it's all the time. Testicles.
How did we go from trying to make testicles trend, Sean Holster's brilliant idea, to getting the next day awesome to trend?
And now it's NOM for eating.
Nom. Yeah.
Everyone's like #awesome.
Matt Makowsky,
I'm not interested in hashtagging awesome.
I don't know. It became a whole thing yesterday.
What can I say?
And then nobody wants the goddamn trending thing. So what do? They try to, they're trying to force awesome into the trending thing just so we can get rid of trend. Who the fuck cares what's in the white space or the fucking trending?
Wait, Makowsky, you care about being funny, right?
What?
You only care about being funny, right?
That's it.
That's it. It's at 0. Bottom line.
That's it.
That's all you want in life.
He cares about being funny and pleasing his pet orangutan. Other than that, I'm not interested.
What is your pet orangutan's name?
Bubbles.
If you're Bubbles, nice. What do you feed a pet orangutan, by the way?
My children.
Snickers bars.
Wait, are you trying to tell me that you're a Wait, you're telling me that you have kids? You fathered children?
If you didn't hear me before, my daughter's having a birthday party this week.
You have a daughter?
I have a daughter and a son.
Did Jack and Jill fell up the hill?
I'm gonna date myself. I think my son is 10.
You think?
It could be 8. I don't actually fucking know.
What year is it right now?
My daughter, I know, is turning 6 because it's her birthday, and we've been talking about it.
What? Your daughter's a bull too?
She's I think she's a Taurus.
Okay, she's a car.
He is turning 10 because of
Matt
he's
Makowsky,
with you on that flight.
He will father your kids if you wanted to.
She's I think she was born April 23rd.
Now, when you first changed that poopy diaper, you were loving it, or?
Ba-da-bum-bum-bum, I'm loving it.
Wow, great.
Uh-oh.
That's fine, I don't care.
Google's getting shut down.
Yes, all of Google will shut down because you did a jingle.
I said ba-da-bum-bum-bum.
Change the end.
How come I ask you a question and you answer me with a jingle?
Because he is the music man.
Yeah, Matt Makowsky is Big Fish.
Big Fish.
He smells like Big Fish.
Come on.
Oh, that's nice.
It's like the best movie ever.
That's a good.
I saw Big Fish.
It's a good movie.
Well, let's hear Matt Makowski's review of Big Fish.
It's like, come on. I saw the movie 10 years ago.
Even though it came out like a couple of years, but 10? Right.
No, maybe 10 years ago.
There's no way. It's not 10 years old. I will bet my life that it's not 10.
Yeah, well, you're going to have a short life, dude.
The movie's like 10 years old.
10 years? No way. In 2003, it's 9. See, I knew it was 10.
It's like, I was
no,
like,
look at the date. It might actually ticked over to 10.
Wow. No, see? It's almost 10, but I knew it wasn't exactly 10.
Let me do a movie review.
Hey.
Let's do a movie review of a movie that's 10 years old. Let's go ahead.
Hey, Makowsky, why don't you review Titanic 3D? Guess what? That movie's pretty old. But it just came out.
The Titanic 3D, well, what is it? Not Titanic 3D or whatever, that 3-minute thing where they've got the Michael Bay reference and the J.J. Abrams reference and all that stuff. That's
awesome.
hilarious.
That was hilarious. Yeah, I shared that. Yeah, that was great.
Was
I thought Titanic, and the ladies will kill me, but I thought Titanic was one of the worst movies ever possibly made. Aside from
but why would the ladies kill you?
What lady's going to kill you?
a lot of women like that because of the love story.
It's not Dirty Dancing.
Yeah, you're right.
Are you shoving your finger in your mouth for Dirty Dancing?
For Titanic.
Okay, I thought it was for Dirty Dancing. That was a shocker. A stinker, actually.
Dirty.
But actually, Dirty Dancing is not my favorite musical. It's okay.
It's not really a musical. It's got music in it.
It's okay, but it's not my favorite.
You enjoy the
I don't give a rat's ass about Baby. You know.
You like the gerbil movie with Julia Roberts, right? The gerbils and Richard Gere.
That movie is so overrated.
That one too, really? All the chick flicks are overrated?
So overrated.
We'll go straight to the Notebook.
You know what I thought was a very funny movie?
I have never seen it.
Speaking of Julia Roberts, I thought one of her funniest movies was Steel Magnolias. I thought that was, I laughed all the way.
Have you been thinking about that, like, that just comes to you, that funniness?
The part where she almost dropped dead, that was awesome.
You know?
Julia Roberts is nice in real life.
And then in the end when she died.
That was funny. It was a shocker. See, if it doesn't have a car chase in it, or maybe some aliens or stuff blowing up, and it's a car movie,
I was the only one in the theater laughing. Julia Roberts was all kind of in her seizure, and then in the end when she died, I was the only one laughing in the audience.
Is that what you were reenacting by throwing stuff on your back?
Don't apologize for the show. Lynette's like, this show's rated PG-13. She's kind of like, it might be a little bit more than that.
It's more than that.
I think it's crossed PG-13. But hey,
your
1 million. Do you know who your 1 millionth circler was?
No idea.
No, I don't know if there's a way to tell either. To be honest.
You can go through your notifications and count down. But how many over 1 million are you on? Like 1,000?
I don't know. Let me look.
Probably a lot. Right. If it was like 20, you'd be able to do it. But
2,000 over.
Ooh, monkey.
No, you're like, I will not be counting 2,000.
I'm not counting 2,000.
But if it was like 40,
from 3,000 to 2.
You just lost 1,000 followers, Matt Makowsky. That's awesome.
I lose them by the minute.
You do. Because no one knows who you are or what you do, besides what you do.
He's very open about who he is and what he does.
Open
How
kind
do
of
you
like
not know?
Mormon.
When you say open, you mean open like your prom night open, or?
I'll have you know, Rappaport, I didn't go to prom.
Oh, that's sad. Tell us that story.
There's really nothing to tell, though it is quite pathetic. Our prom was free.
Okay.
I didn't go. Nobody asked. I wouldn't have been allowed to go, I'm sure. But, but Wendy and Jeanette watched a Cheech and Chong movie, and my mom wouldn't let me go to that either.
What?
So I just got to stay home.
Aww.
My friend was my prom night.
Wow, your parents are cruel. They like it when you cry, right?
Oh, I didn't cry.
Oh,
I believe my mom said, I'm not getting you a dress to go to prom. You're not going. Like, okay. Well, that solved that.
Tell us about your prom night. Do you remember your prom night? Was it that bad?
Actually, the funniest story.
Did anybody? I had an okay one. I didn't have the prom. It was what?
I didn't go to prom.
No one asked.
No, nobody asked, and I didn't ask. I was not as handsome as I was. I have 2 diseases.
Bad breath.
I have Patrick Dempsey disease.
But he's hot, isn't he?
No.
Rappaport, he does not have bad breath. Just so you know.
Oh, did you make out with him? Not bad.
Just the other day.
Yes, Dorian Gray. Is that what you?
And you have what?
Yes.
I have Patrick.
Yes, he's
Dorian Gray syndrome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right,
And
he's googling it.
So Matt,
I'm not touching Google. I don't. You have to explain it. I don't want Google. I don't even know.
The magic is about to strike. He doesn't
Speaking
know.
of Dorian Gray, I know he doesn't. It's sad. But, you know, kids today, they don't read the classics.
I've heard of Dorian Gray.
You've heard of Dorian Gray. Well, I saw a guy who apparently lives around here. I thought it was Mick Jagger. It's like, what the? Mick Jagger's here in Starbucks? It was very disturbing. Because the theory is Mick Jagger has a picture somewhere in his attic. Okay.
That's a great story, Dave. Thanks for telling it.
Yeah.
He needs to paint that picture better then, because he's not looking so good.
Yeah, but compared to others.
Well,
So wait, so let's go back to, so what is your favorite Lit chick flick. All right, stop doing Leonardo DiCaprio and Titanic. Seriously, it's getting
What's my favorite chick flick?
Yeah, let's go with Lynette. She's
That's
important.
easy. Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass. That's your favorite chick flick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it before? All right, what was it before Kick-Ass? Because that's only like 10 years old, right? No, 2.
That is the best meme I ever did.
That was awesome. I have to thank you very much for that. That was totally awesome.
You should repost it, Lynette.
Yeah, but
now you
Lynette,
have a million people to share it with.
But is that different than the one? I mean, the animated GIF with the Kick-Ass thing and with your name on it. Okay.
She plus one did. She made a comment about how did I know her secret identity or whatever, and then she just never shared it.
No, that was her childhood Kick-Ass.
No, because it was limited, and I couldn't share it. I share public.
You know, the real question people really have on their minds is, what was it like to have Nicolas Cage be your father? Talk to us about that.
Who are you asking?
Do you have purple hair?
Yes.
It's his carpet that's purple, Rappaport.
She's thinking about a funny answer. Okay, fine.
I am thinking about a funny answer. No, but that seriously, even before Makowsky did that, that was like one of my favorite movies.
Do you really count it as a chick flick, though?
I don't watch chick flicks.
Neither do I. That's why Lynette and I are simpatico. By the way, Lynette, I have not forgotten about your fucking T-shirt. Go and get it.
You're
That was part of the deal.
Oh, you really want me to go get it? I'll go upstairs and get it.
Yes, it was part of the deal. Do you have some honey buns you could put on your ears?
Wait, before you go and get it, okay, go get it. See ya.
Yeah, go get it. She has to go get it.
Now that our guest is gone, what the hell?
What?
Why do you have to attack me? You know I love you. Is it my fault that I have to leave the house occasionally? You don't get enough love from me?
What? You bring your phone with you. I mean, it's like, so I don't have to ask you, but, you know, at least Makowsky keeps up.
Wow.
You don't. A random hey baby is not a conversation.
Wow.
Nor is what's up good looking or bite me.
Wow,
is that those things that I texted you? Because that's not true. My texts were like, really? You really want Makowsky again? What? It's like your texts are like, hey, see what Matt Makowsky did? Hey, see what Matt Makowsky did? Hey, see what Matt Makowsky did? No. Do I care? Sometimes. Not usually.
He does. I think he's smitten.
Really?
I think Rappaport is smitten.
Somebody made a post about me and you being a golden god, Makowsky, and then they were not, and they didn't get it. You see that post?
That who's the golden god?
The two of us are golden gods, and they didn't feel worthy of being up there with us.
You guys are pretty awesome.
I can't, I'm not, I don't know, I gotta go.
She just said you keep up with stuff. Oh, okay, I guess not.
I gotta go on to the, is this still posted on the Plus?
Hey, is this still on the air?
Of course it is. Why do you think I went after it? Entertainment. It's all about the entertainment. I wouldn't do this normally. It's not worth it. I'm not dramatic. What am I? Blank, fill in the blank? I almost said someone's name. That would have been bad. They're not watching.
Oh! I want to read you. Oh man, it's gone. So there's this guy. Makowsky knows about it because we had just finished our hangout last week, actually, and we were talking about him flying. And I get in Google Talk a message from someone, and sometimes people show up in my Gmail, in that stream, and I have not, to my knowledge, interacted with them. But it's a name there. I have no idea why it's there. Google can explain it to me. Anyway, so I get this text, not a text, I get this G-Talk thing, and the guy says, hey, I hope you're well. I left the keys to the F-360 in the locker. Talk to you soon. So I figure it's someone just yanking my chain who's watched us talk about flying. And he sends me this, and so I don't even remember what I said. I said, sure, I'll be there in a minute or something. And he goes, really? Your flight is already over with? And I said, yeah, I fly pretty fast because I, again, think he's seen the show. But, of course, he wasn't one of the 4 people. Turns out it was just a mistake. He was trying to reach a different Jane in his contact list, and I happened to be the first one he hit. And it was a lot funnier at the time, but maybe not so funny now.
Sorry, were you saying something?
No, I'm done. I'm done. I had nothing to say. I rest my case. Yeah.
What's Rappaport doing?
Wait, I'm muted. Why was I muted?
Muted yourself?
Can you mute yourself so we can have some quiet time?
Yes, you have some quiet time. Motivus Jones wants me to interview the chair. Hey, chair, say hello to your mother for me. There you go. Alex Balcazar in the thread was like, oh, Colonic live, but guess what? He said that his webcam's not working, so he won't be able to join us tonight. But thanks for being
So we'll just have to keep saying his name incorrectly.
But you know what? Even if his webcam isn't working, he could just be blacked out, and we could hear his beautiful swarthy voice.
Webcam, he said not working or something like that. I think he's embarrassed. He doesn't want to come in.
Embarrassed to be seen with us?
I don't know. Those aren't exact words.
That's really hard to believe.
Those of you tuning in, Alex Balcazar is going to join the Hangout right now. And Lynette Young will rejoin us with her shirt.
Is Alex going to come in?
Are you serious? Matt Makowsky,
yes, he's here.
You don't know how to read.
Alex!
Who the hell?
Hey, Alex. Thanks for joining us on the PLUStainment Show and watching and not shaving. You have to mute the
Wow, Alex,
video.
you've got an echo.
Shut off the feed!
Oh, sorry.
Unmute yourself when the feed is ready. Hey, Lynette, did you get the package?
I can't find it anywhere.
You can't find the package?
I tore apart my laundry. I can't find it anywhere.
Did you look under the special spot? Is it there?
No.
He says better now?
Unmute Alex.
No, he has to unmute himself. Yeah, it's get out. So,
oh, Alex, unmute yourself.
Lynette,
putting on his headphones.
Wait. Lynette, do you remember the last time you wore it?
It was
yes, weren't you two together?
That could have been the last time. Oh, I thought we were going to talk about that. That was a secret, Jane.
Oh, I am the secret keeper.
Yeah.
Look at how handsome my fiance is.
What a handsome, rugged football player he is.
So when you say fiance, you're talking about Alex, not Makowsky, because you made a vow to Makowsky, as I recall. But I have no idea. Let me
get
your men straight. Or gay, I can't keep up with you.
I made a vow to Makowsky, but I am also engaged to Alex. Alex, how handsome you are here. I'm so
now you know why I just can't keep up with you. You're just too engaged with all these other people.
All right, we have to hear Alex now. Excuse me.
Alex, you got the floor. Talk to us about something that's really...
All right, Alex, how do we say your name? How do I say my new last name?
Raise your webcam higher so we can see the top of your head, if you will. Thanks. Uh-oh, keep going.
Keep going.
Okay.
Keep going. A
little bit more. To the left.
To the left.
What?
To the left.
Uh-oh. All right, never mind. That's fine. It's going to take too long. Just tell us your name.
All right, Alex,
hi,
say your name.
Welcome to the PLUStainment Show. Nice to have you here with us.
Okay, that was like 5 questions in a minute.
No questions. Just say your name, baby.
Favorite show? Whoa.
Say your name.
I'm sorry. Who?
Echo. Bad echo.
Ecola.
Am I the only one getting
You have the echo, yes.
Sorry. I'm trying to fix it.
We don't hear. No, you hear
What
the
time
echo.
is it in Mexico, Alex? The KTM in Mexico.
I'm guessing, Alex, that you have one of the feeds playing too. That's why you're hearing an echo. Shut off all the YouTube.
This is the international.
You know, it is hard to connect in Mexico.
Is that where he is?
In Mexico.
Tell me again what the deal is. Did he freeze? Is Alex frozen right now?
No.
Oh, great.
Not to me.
He's about to throw his computer out the window. Alex is a very patient man, in case you didn't know.
Hi, my name is Matt Rappaport, and I do what Jane Ellen says, and that always goes well.
Yes. Well, trust me, Alex is a fine man. I wouldn't be engaged to him if he were not.
Alex, are you there?
Well, he can't hear us yet. He's doing stuff.
Putting his headphones in.
Okay, Alex.
Yes, we can't hear you.
The problem is we're going to hear him in 6 hours.
If you love silent movies like The Artist, you'll love the PLUStainment Show. It won the Academy Award, you know.
we should make you an award.
What was your favorite movie besides Avatar?
I'm just glad he's here. Whose favorite movie is Avatar?
Nobody's. That was my point. Oh, anyway.
I like it.
Favorite? Whoa, you like it without the 3D?
One question at a time, please.
Yes. There are no questions. Just say your name.
Say your name!
I think I think everyone's got it. I think everyone knows Alex.
How do you say your last name?
By
Wait, there's no czar? They've been saying it wrong?
No, there is a czar.
I didn't hear the czar. Did you hear a czar? I didn't hear a czar.
There is a czar.
I didn't hear it, though, when he said it.
He said Balka. I don't know. He left off the last half of
That's
it.
what I'm saying, so that's weird.
Yeah.
Help me.
It's not. The phonetics are different, though.
Are you telling me that it's Alex Balka, not Nazar? No, don't
Alex,
type in
write
the
it
chat.
out.
Oh, he said it! Yes!
Oh my God!
Tell him what he's
the
won!
count is
Alex Balcazar has won +1 × 5 tonight. He'll be walking away with the grand prize of +5,000 when Jane Ellen and Matt Makowsky are free later to +5
I don't know if
his
it's a
post.
time zone difference between here and Mexico, but it sounds a little bit like Stephen Hawkins when he talks. Are you? They're not
Are you
talking.
saying he's Stephen talking?
He's not talking through a computer device.
Matt Makowsky, you pilot planes which have equipment that you're supposed
I'm gonna
to
be right
familiar
back.
with.
Yeah.
All right. What are we going to do without you, baby? Cyndi Lauper is leaving, according to Bazoo72. Thanks, Bazoo72. Thought we were boring. Cheryl Wilson knows it. Hey, Alex, what you drinking? Not Pepsi, you're drinking Coke. We get the choice of both generations here.
Really drinking beer.
no, not Coke.
Okay.
Drinking beer.
Instead of Coke, what are you drinking?
Well, what's I drinking, Makowsky?
Makowsky, what was Alex Balgazar drinking? He's reflecting.
He drinks beer.
Can you be more specific?
I don't know what kind of beer. It's got to be Dos Equis, the beer of choice.
That's stereotype. I don't like stereotypes.
Or
Makowsky.
he's either drinking a La Corona or a Dos Equis.
I've never seen a Corona in a red can before.
Yeah, it's like drinking Bud up here. I mean, it's the same.
Not a fan of Dos Equis. Alex, do you like Dos Equis?
Makowski's trying to pull your leg, telling you guys I'm Mexican, but I'm not.
I never believed him.
Well, aren't you in Mexico right now, though?
No.
Oh, we thought you were in.
Now tell me what it is about you, Alex, that Jane and Matt love so much besides your amazingly good looks and your manly beard. What is it that they like about you? Hey, Makowsky, zip it. Let him talk. Thanks. All right, he doesn't want to talk. All right, Jane, welcome back. Thanks for being.
No, I do.
All right.
I do. It's crazy. I get crazy sound here.
Well, I didn't go. I was gonna say that for later. But
I just say that
Makowski's pet.
that the technology that we're using here is so fucking amazing that I'm hearing Alex like 5 minutes after he speaks.
well, that's because you're in a hotel, man.
Everybody's moving in slow motion. Jane's, for example, right now I see Jane's penis, which she's going to show in 5 minutes. I'm actually in the fucking future right now.
You know what's great? It's possible that like, Matt Makowsky is the oldest person sitting here right now, too. I would put money on it.
That is not possible. I'm going to lean towards the person that is older than me.
Not Lynette. Lynette's younger than you. Lynette has no gray.
That you can see.
That I can see.
Jane, I think Jane's a few years my senior.
That's not true.
No. We know that's not true.
Lies.
Let me pick my nose for a second.
First of all, you never, even if the woman looks like she's 2 steps from death, you never think out loud that a woman is older than you.
You said
Are you
2
brain
steps
damaged?
from death. Well, it's Makowsky.
You forget.
Are you in your advanced stages of monkey AIDS?
Makowsky, your go-to is not working. You need to switch it up. What about goat cancer? Is that better? You like that? You can't even say it, can you? What's wrong? He has no soul? That's not nice.
That's how he can say it.
Matt no soul ski. Matt no soul ski. There we go. So Alex, should I ask you another question? I'm scared. Contribute anything.
No,
okay. Welcome. Feel free to contribute if you want to. No pressure.
I'll be honest. It's such a turn on to have Alex just there and looking all intimidating and stuff.
He didn't like it when you said turn on.
No.
That's okay. He's used to it.
No, I'm sorry. It's just
masterful.
Are we still on the front page of YouTube? That should be fun.
Get out. We are not. It's got to be.
We're buried. We're the top of the Hangout live thing.
It can't be. There's no way.
It's Rappaport. People like to watch us. Oh, we're not there. Digital paintings there? Who wants to watch digital painting? Let's watch that.
Wait a minute. I could paint something.
Uh-oh.
I'll paint something. I'll get out my lip gloss.
I'm waiting for the email.
I'm going to bring in a viewer. Everything is so slow.
All right, so rule number 5. We'll type everything.
Wow, there's garbage on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there is.
Oh.
Please do not understand English. What's going on? Makowsky is absolutely as nutty as I am, in a different way. I mean, I'm tolerable nutty, understandably nutty. No, I know you were being rude. That's fine. I'm used to it.
It's about a day delay. It's a little bit more than a few seconds.
Hey, so Lynette Young, will we ever get to see the Leia shirt? Will you find it for next time? You owe us the Leia shirt.
I will, really. I can't find it anywhere upstairs.
You need to actually be wearing it, not just like show it to us. You need it on your body.
That's right. I thought you were going to have it on. I mean, Lynette, I thought you planned this.
Well, she doesn't plan. She's spontaneous. You know? I thought you said romantic. A burp is romantic. A burp is not spontaneous. No? My cousin Vinny still? Spoiler alert!
Wait a minute. Bring up Game of Thrones again. I'm just waiting for that.
Really? No, I'm done. I finished that. We said anything which is great.
See the video? Can we get El Grey's cat online?
Hey, Matt, if you were in Game of Thrones, you would play the imp.
I want to see her big, bushy pussycat online right now.
Would Elle come on and show her cat? Would Zontar show the cat? Because that would be great.
She's done, I think. She said it was getting late.
Oh, no, that's her troll. You see, you just got yourself trolled.
I will invite El Grey and your buddy Steven Smith.
Elle stays up the whole night.
Yes!
They're both invited. You're going to have a plus gasm to last you 5 seconds.
Who did you invite?
Oh, my goodness. He invited Steven and Elle.
Is Steven around?
See, this is why Matt Makowsky's the oldest, because he has hearing aids problems.
Oh, what?
Do you have hearing monkey aids problems that don't work?
What?
See?
Exactly. That's proving my point.
Alex understands me.
Alex gets you. In a perfect world, you would have Alex and Matt Makowsky as your slaves.
And that's why I live the perfect life.
So, Lynette, if you were here, what is it that you should be doing right now that you're not doing because you're sitting here with us?
Me?
Yeah.
Sleeping.
Would you actually be sleeping?
Oh, yeah. Actually, guys, you know what? I just dawned on me. I really do need to get to sleep soon because I have... No,
wow.
Listen,
I gave her an out.
I have, like, all of these... I have to go to the doctor tomorrow and get all of these stupid tests done for my surgery.
They're gonna test why you like purple so much, right?
They are. They're gonna see why my hair grows out the way it does, and if I have the monkey AIDS like Makowsky does.
I don't think that's possible. That's a solo disease. Solo, we don't want to hear any more about it. So.
It is. No, actually, I have to go in because I'm going in for surgery next week, so they have to do. I actually Googled the tests because I wanted to know what they were, but one of the tests they have to see if I'm a bleeder.
A bleeder?
Mm.
Yeah, like am I gonna hemorrhage to death on the operating table?
I can.
No.
Listen.
That brings up my favorite part of Something About Mary.
A minute.
You got a bleeder!
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
What?
Hold on a second. I can test if you're a bleeder.
I'm scared.
God, I don't think I want to know.
Find out without you going in for any kind of physical examinations.
Okay.
Makowsky can test.
Bring it.
I just need to know your physical location.
I agree. Matt Makowsky, genius doctor at work. Stunned. Stunning. So I hope everything goes well and that you're not a bleeder. What
Nah, just whatever but you know the kicker is I have to get a EKG.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've had surgery in the past, although it was like 13 years ago. I was in my 20s, and now I'm in my 40s, so maybe it's just because I'm old.
Right.
But yeah, I have to go in tomorrow morning for all these. Like,
and just to clear it up, she didn't say surgery in her ass. She said in the past.
Thank you.
Alex. Is it better, Alex?
Much better, so much better.
Hey, Alex, welcome to the PLUStainment Show. You look really good, and you have a beard. Have I seen you before?
Oh, yeah, like a couple of minutes ago. Well, I was not
Alex.
understanding a thing you were saying, or any of you, because I was getting echo. But I think I know what I was doing wrong.
Are you on the Titanic right now? Is that possible?
No.
Okay, just checking.
It is possible.
I see that you're
no,
by the engine room. So.
Can we ask? I do have
Alex.
I do have one question.
Say your name.
She wants to hear his name again.
Hold on a second, Jane. I got a serious question.
You never have a serious question, don't lie.
It does every once in a while.
Wait a minute. For fuck's sake, I have a question for Alex. Be quiet, Matthew Rappaport. I need to know, are we talking to Alex Balcazar or
the real one?
Balcazar.
Balcazar, but yeah, the real one.
Listen, I feel like we're in Coneheads. Seriously.
No. It's the most interesting man in the world.
Wait a minute. Are you saying it's Balcazar? Is that what it is? Balcazar? I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to hear it.
No. Instead of the Z, picture a TH in English. TH.
Alcatraz.
Oh.
I don't like TH. Those initials should be stricken from the record.
Okay.
Balcazar.
So Balcazar.
Is that what you're saying? Balcazar?
Yeah, Balcazar.
Alcatraz.
As in TH, as in Catherine.
Just say it like Cindy Brady would say.
Got it.
Alcatraz.
You do realize he's gonna put this in his movie clip for later. If you do that.
Hey, exactamente.
He wants to see one. Did you realize the every hotel Matt Makowsky has stayed at, the neighbors have complained because they wake up at like 4 in the morning and they're like, our neighbor keeps yelling, Balcazar, do it, Balcazar, yes, baby. So yeah, that's basically kind of something like that. Of course, I wasn't there, so I don't know. But Jane told me.
Okay,
Jane told me when we talk about
Lynette
up.
has. Yeah, whatever.
Lynette has to go. I know. Yes, Lynette.
Lynette has to go. So take a picture. Do a screenshot for all of us, because Lynette she's made her 1 million mark. So she needs to remember this. Let's all gaze at Lynette, shall we?
Oh, there's no way.
Let's all gaze lovingly at Lynette.
Did you get your screen cap?
Okay, I'm done. I wasn't taking it. I assumed Matthew was.
Because I can put my penis out real quick.
You're making an ass out of you and me. You know that, right? Stop it.
Are you doing this?
What are we doing?
I'm taking so many pictures. It's
We're gazing lovingly at Lynette.
The cast of characters here on Hanging. Oh, I almost called it Hangout Conversation.
All right.
No, that would destroy my. No way.
Good night, Lynette.
When do we need to do the tweet?
No, wait. Don't let her leave yet. She's got 2 more minutes. What are you like pushing your way?
She's got to do stuff. I have to take care of her. I'm her publicist.
No, but before. Well, you can call her that. Yeah. All right.
Call me what?
What?
I'm also Alex's.
You're everybody's publicist.
I didn't know I had one, but
so Lynette Young, do you approve of the outfit that? I mean, Jane Ellen, do you approve of Lynette Young's outfit tonight?
Yes, I do.
I have a sundress on because it's really hot and I have no.
I approved that outfit earlier in the conversation when you weren't listening to it.
Do you approve her hairstyle?
No, today it's bad because it's really.
Yes.
Hot.
You do.
It's really.
Lynette,
red.
no, you don't ever say it's bad.
I
You just go, I planned it this way.
It's really red.
For a second.
You know I planned it. What are you going to say, Makowsky?
She's looking a little bit like she got Makowski'd about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, but you've been Makowski for the past hour.
You know what it is, Jane? It's because I'm from Jersey. I like big hair. And it's not big today.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the fault.
Yeah, you kind of almost have a 20s bob thing going. If you could get a little curl, a little curl right there.
Yeah, it was the little flip in the back.
If you can get the big up hair. So tell us, though, before you go, tell us the best thing or worst thing or about New Jersey, about living there. What do you, like something about Jersey that just...
I thought you were going to talk about Google Plus because now she's got over 1 million people, but whatever.
Yeah, we've talked about Google Plus.
How many people live in New Jersey?
A lot.
Let's find that out.
Look at how sexy Alex is. Let's just look at Alex.
Smoking a fag. That's what they call them over there. They call them fags over there.
He looks like the
What?
most interesting man in the world.
You get whacked.
He's smoking a fag.
In Mexico, that's what they say.
Yeah, but people think you meant New Jersey, so you're so dead, Makowsky.
All right, how many people live in New Jersey?
A lot.
In New Jersey.
Are we going to guess overall?
Almost 9 million. So 1 out of every 9 people in New Jersey follows me on Google+. Does that sound right?
I don't think so. I don't think you can measure it. It's the whole world.
No, like 20% of the people that follow me are in India.
Oh,
break it down.
Message. If I get one more fucking instant message from fucking India today.
Hey, can you stop it? There's no hate. No hate. We love India. Stop it.
Keep my enemy.
Makowsky, listen. If you're in India or you're at India, don't follow Makowsky. Block him. Follow me.
Makowsky shut down all of India.
You do realize India has more people in the world than, say, New Jersey?
I blocked 16 fucking Indians today.
But you have to know how to work the system. That's the problem. You post late at night here, which is the middle of the day there, which is where it all comes from. If you don't post at night, then you won't go in front of them, and then they won't spam you. So that's how that
By the way, I love the Indian people, don't get me wrong, but these motherfuckers, they don't stop.
And by Indians, do you mean Native Americans, Matt Makowsky?
Yeah, I know.
No, I know what he meant. Come on, Lynette. I'm trying to mess him
the
up.
Camacho Indians here in fucking New Mexico. That's what I'm talking about. Because they have computers. They got beads. Beyond.
And Matt Makowski's cut off for the night. Lynette Young is buried in her own keyboard.
In her own cup. She's in her own cup.
2 Lynette's, 1 cup.
I don't share. Sorry.
You don't share.
2 Lynette's in a cup.
2 Lynette's in a cup. Well, it was a pleasure to have you, Lynette Young, and your 1 million+ people, India.
Thank you, Lynette. And I'm sure you'll be talking about this in your stream for weeks to come.
You know what my fear is? I'm going to tell you right now. Next Friday I go in for the surgery on my arm. It's like 2 hours. And whenever I go under anesthesia, when I come up, I appear like I'm lucid, and I have these conversations, and I'm like, and then I rode a horse, and then I flew on a rainbow on a unicorn, and then I ate a frog. The end. Like it's like I do stupid stuff, and I'm going to be babbling about this, and the doctors are going to be like, who the F is Makowsky?
And you're going to say, I gave Makowsky a shocker in my van.
Oh, OMG.
They won't have to ask.
And that's what's going to come out when I'm under sedation. That's all.
They'll say, oh, Jesus, another one that's Makowsky.
You know what would be awesome? If you could wake up and the first thing you saw when you woke up and those eyes opened was the face of Makowsky.
I'm going to hallucinate. Like, put me back under.
Now, if Makowsky was the first person you saw when you woke up, what would be the reaction? Can we get that now? Picture it. You're coming out of surgery, your eyes are closed, you wake up, and then you get this.
The first thing I would say to him is, where's my Snickers bar, bitch? That's the first thing I would say to him.
Well, he would have one,
my
probably.
Snickers bar, bitch.
He's like, I thought you liked it from the,
She wouldn't be able to
That's what I would say.
mouth to mouth. I'd be resuscitating her.
She would be up. You don't have to resuscitate her.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really cautious about this whole week and a half coming up, because I know that it's just going to like feed weird things in my head, and when I sit there for the hour after I come out of the surgery, I'm going to be talking about like completely nonsense things, and it will be this whole 3 hours here I'll cover.
3 hours of love.
I love this. Hey, would you do a hangout from the hospital under sedation? I've done that. Well, it wasn't a hangout, but I've had it recorded. It's awesome.
I tried to Twitter the birth of my son, but they wouldn't let me.
No, it's my movie, Welcome to My Hysterectomy. On YouTube now.
Welcome to my nightmare.
Welcome to My Hysterectomy. Cassie Chapman filmed it. That's Gary Chapman, the singer Gary Chapman. His wife came with me and filmed it, and Welcome to My Hysterectomy.
That's
pretty awesome. Yeah.
I should make a documentary.
Because she has the nurse asking me all these questions before they shoot me up with stuff, and so I started asking the nurse questions and giving her fake answers, because one of the questions is, have you ever wanted to kill anybody? And I said, other than Makowsky? No. And so it's all there. Welcome to my hysterectomy. No lie.
They really ask you if you ever wanted to kill somebody?
Yes, that was the question. Have you ever want to kill somebody? And I just laughed.
Awesome question.
And then she goes, no, seriously, I have to ask you that. Like, okay.
I kind of wish I could ask somebody that on a job interview. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, and you're going to have a French manicure by then, because they're going to have a fit over the color in your nails.
I know.
Okay, just letting you know. Just covering that.
But,
go to bed.
I have to go to bed because I have
All
to
right.
do this
Go to bed. I'm going to have a man fest here.
Good night,
You're
Lynette Young. I miss you.
Night.
Thanks for coming to be part of this, whatever this is. Oh yeah, the PLUStainment Show. Thanks. Yeah,
Good night, Lynette.
Good night, guys.
Purple
Mwah.
for the win. Mwah. Ducks.
Circle for the square.
Lynette Young is
been-
already having a better night. What?
So, Alex, tell us what you did today in Mexico.
Tacos. I make tacos.
Taco Supremes or?
Kangaroo tacos?
Kangaroo. There you go. Kangaroo tacos.
I fly down to Tijuana once a month, and I hang out with Alex and we eat tacos.
Exactly. I make them just for him when he flies down to Tijuana.
Makes special kangaroo tacos.
That's actually where we meet. That's how he proposed to me in Tijuana.
So Matt Makowsky, are you actually in Buffalo? Where are you right now?
I'm in Buffalo.
You're always in a hotel in Buffalo. Why?
Because when I fly in and I land, the airport's right across the street. I land in my Airbus A320, and I come to my hotel.
Well, I went to school in Buffalo. I know that airport and that area very well. That is a very small airport. It's not a major hub.
There's a major airport. It's not a hub. It's an airport.
It's tiny. It's like a tunnel.
You want me to go out right now and videotape the fucking thing?
It's a small airport. It's not like Kennedy.
It's nothing like Kennedy, but it's got.
That's my
So
point.
it's not like Kennedy.
Are you telling me that I
Look, I've flown into small airports.
No, Buffalo is pretty small. It's not Sioux City. It's not as small as Sioux City, Iowa. But
Are you telling me that there's no A320s outside my hotel right now?
no, that's not the argument. We're not arguing about the size of the airplane. I'm saying the airport's small. You're always in Buffalo, is my point. Do you ever get to another city overnight? Or are you always in
that's
He
Buffalo?
likes to go to Steak and Lube. What do you want?
Home base. My home base. What do you want from me?
Why do I think that your wife kicked you out and you're living in a hotel in Buffalo? It's the true story. Because of Google Plus.
If I could bring my wife onto the Hangout, if she wouldn't divorce me over half the shit that I write on Google Plus,
Is your wife on Google Plus? Because I would love to invite her into this hangout and see what she talks
is
about.
she's on Google Plus.
Can I circle her?
No.
What's her first name?
No.
No.
Nah, Makowsky.
No one's telling you.
No.
Jane, you circled her?
No.
How come Jane can't?
What, do you think
circle
I'm
her?
high?
I don't circle her.
I'm not
You
going to
didn't
circle.
circle your own wife?
Look, she has me circled, okay?
She doesn't even know that you did.
And I don't post public because, she searched my name a couple weeks ago. She got very pissed off at a certain person named Jane Ellen and Alfred. and Cindy, literally, it was the most bizarre thing. My online life entered my house, and she's sitting.
Two worlds collided!
The worlds collided. She's sitting on the sofa, and she's listing every girl on Google Plus
Nice.
that has a fetish for me. And I kind of said, look, what the fuck? Do you see me saying anything? And I know, of course, she doesn't because everything I post is private, and I don't have her circled, so she
She's
can't.
not watching right now? What?
I said, what do you want from me? I can't help what they're saying about me.
I wonder what would happen if I typed in Makowsky if there would be any...
Oh, it's a disaster.
I only see you popping up under Makowsky.
Yeah.
And
Come again, sorry?
every day I wake up and Jane is tagging me on public posts. Thank you, Jane.
Well, if you were just nicer after that vow I made.
I would have Makowsky in a Makowsky sandwich with a Makowsky root beer with a Makowsky blah 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 blah.
You know what?
So are you
I
sure
can
on
take-
Facebook?
My ass and a Makowsky in my vagina. And
But
Wait.
Jake.
You know what I love about Matt Makowsky is that he can say all these words and stuff, and then he gets all shy about it when he mentions his wife. What?
well,
I can take the Jane love for the Makowsky memes away.
Uh-oh, deal time.
you can actually
Away.
This gone. You gone. Over. Finished.
Jane gave me a nice.
You're out of the penthouse
Yeah,
by 3
but-
p.m.
But Matt, what happens if she circled Matthew and she's watching this?
She doesn't.
She
Luckily,
did.
she doesn't even know what.
She doesn't know what a circle is. She knows what a square is. She married one. Oh, what? I love you.
So so she I mean, if she Googles my name now because Matt posts these fucking things publicly.
Oh, but that's the point. of these fucking things.
These things, I think the last week's had 13 views, man. I mean, that's like seriously.
Last week's had like 5,000, I think.
It's gonna go viral any year now. It's gonna go viral when Venus collides with a fucking Air Canada jet.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say monkeys again. Right. I didn't say that. So Alex, now that you and Jane Ellen are engaged, are you more jealous of Matt Makowsky or her real life husband that she's not afraid that's gonna catch her on surface?
No, but Jane dumped me a couple of weeks ago.
I didn't dump you.
Someone's a poor story.
Yeah, you did. Someone said something.
No, you're mistaken. She took a dump. She didn't dump you.
There's a difference.
No, I didn't dump you.
No,
I would never dump
you. Oh, yeah, you did. I think it was
drama. I like it.
Or someone.
Lovely.
I couldn't hear because of all the dogs licking me. What?
Sorry. Someone said something. I think it was Stephen Smith, and you went for, oh, okay, that's enough of Alex.
Oh.
Something along the lines. I don't remember especially.
I hear Stephen Smith is fond of me. That's what I hear.
That's what we all hear.
That's what
I don't know if he's watching us or listening to us or... But if it was not him, it was someone else. Someone else said something and he said, okay, bye, Alex.
They were so mistaken because I can have several relationships at the same time.
I'm not sure that's a definition of engagement, but
well, you know,
let me look it up.
Do look it up. I gotta say, I don't smoke, but watching you light that cigarette was so hot right now, I'm about to slide off my chair.
Jane is slippery when wet. You got to trust me about that.
Yeah.
So we're at host. This is the overtime. PLUStainment Show, I think, is now the Jane Ellen Orgasm Show.
It sounds like that.
I know, right? I don't normally get this.
Why shouldn't
when you light a cigarette, it does something to me.
I jumped in on a thread today. That Alex posted like last night. Somehow I missed it.
Don't jump. You two jumping. Don't jump so much.
Between him and another Mexican guy, I think.
Stop calling me Mexican. What the fuck?
Wait, you're not
Alex, tell the world.
Guys.
You're Irish? All right.
No, Makowsky's Irish. He sounds American, but he's Irish.
I'm Israeli. You're confusing me. I'm Israeli.
Oh, are you really?
I'm Israeli. Anyway, so he's going back and forth with this guy in Spanish, and all I know is the topic is. I don't know what these guys are saying to each other, but the topic is gay. And in the end, what is it that he was? I never interpret. What was he saying?
No, because the whole post was. I mean, you had flooded my stream with. I don't remember now. It was. You were resharing posts like crazy from everyone.
From Elle.
No, not only her. Last night, it was from everyone.
Yeah.
And I just posted, if you're getting, only posts by Makowsky, you're doing something wrong. And then they started commenting. And this morning, they started speaking Spanish. And this guy said, but yeah, I tried to circle him, but it was all, there were no public posts. And I told him, it's one of the few Spanish guys, Spanish, not Mexican, not that I have anything against Mexico or Mexican people, but I'm not.
What are you? Tell people what you are.
Spanish, as in from Spain.
Yeah,
from Spain.
So you're from Spain and you live now where?
In Spain.
In Spain.
And where are you right now?
What part of this did you miss, Ralph?
It's where the rain is, Rappaport.
So you're in Barcelona, and because he's in Barcelona, I need to ask him something really important. Barcelona travels to Chelsea tomorrow. Do you care about that match tomorrow, Barcelona versus Chelsea, or no?
I am probably the only person in Barcelona who couldn't care less.
Okay, good. Glad I asked.
No.
And I would like to ask, did you ever see the TV show Faulty Towers?
No, I didn't, but I do know that when it was when they showed it here, the Spanish guy was Portuguese. I mean, it was they weren't going to make him Spanish, so he was Portuguese. That's all I know.
Well, Basil Fawlty would always say, "I'm so sorry, he's from Barcelona." That was his excuse. I'm so sorry, he's from Barcelona. So.
Exactly. I never heard it, but they probably said something like, "I'm so sorry, he's from Lisbon." But I never saw it.
Well, that's it. It was and actually I think it was an English actor who played Manuel.
Yeah,
But I'm so sorry, he's from Barcelona.
He's the guy, I don't know his name, the tall guy with the mustache.
Oh, no, not John Cleese. I was talking about the guy that played Manuel.
Oh.
Look it up. Fawlty Towers, Manuel. I'm so sorry, he's from Barcelona. Anyway, I just wanted to know. You may go on about your non-soccer love. Football love. I'm sorry, football love.
He doesn't seem to care.
So you did buy it that I was from Mexico?
Nobody bought that you're from Mexico. I didn't know where you were from.
Jane did.
No, I didn't.
Everybody knows
You weren't from Mexico.
First rule of Matt Makowsky, 105% of what he says is not true. So I already learned that. For all I know, he's in freaking Wyoming right now.
I can assure you, I'm not in Wyoming. That much I can say.
He's like, it's private, or I'll have to kill you.
I'm in Buffalo.
Move your head to one side, Makowsky. I'll tell you what state he's in. Move your head to one side. Let me see.
What?
Yeah, he's in Buffalo.
I'm in Buffalo, yeah. She recognizes the room.
Yeah, he's in Buffalo.
She knows the room.
Yeah, I recognize it.
She recognizes the stain on the bed.
He's in Buffalo.
Jane, if there was more female in here, would that bother you?
It's huge. Well, I wouldn't really like it, but I guess it's not my HOA now, is it?
All right.
Nothing I can fucking do about it.
Whoa,
you're pushing all the
buttons
buttons for it.
You were able to handle Lynette. Was that tough for you?
Who, what?
No, Lynette's my girl.
Okay.
I've handled her. That's a shocker.
Whoa.
I don't think anyone other than Motivus Jones is watching anymore, by the way.
Listen, buddy. Cheryl Wilson, show some, really, King of Nowhere says show some tits. Thanks, King of Nowhere.
Did you just say show some tits?
No, that's what the YouTube comment, the last one we got was. So.
Oh.
That's
okay.
the 13-year-old boys on YouTube. That's great.
How do I get to the YouTube?
Seriously?
Yeah.
There you go, Mr. Makowsky. Check your chat.
How do I
Matt
get to the
Makowsky,
YouTube?
the man you love, the man that doesn't know how to use Google Plus.
Man that doesn't know how to use a fucking. You don't
even know how to use a Twinkie.
I don't even have a computer. You know how I'm communicating to you right now? With
your mind.
Yeah. No, he knows how to use a Twinkie. I can tell you that.
Using my magic native Indian.
This is crazy.
That's for sure.
Hi. All right.
By the way, Alex, is there a show that you would like to talk about?
Show? As in TV show?
Yes, there's a show you want to talk
Really?
about.
You're going to wrap it up? Because this is the longest PLUStainment show we've ever done. It's never been this long. That's what she said, but yeah, sure.
No, and it's getting kind of late for me, too, but except for the Fonzie, I mean, Makowsky hit me with that a couple of nights ago.
Yeah,
but
you learned all about Happy Days.
Yeah, that was a low blow.
Hey.
But aside from that, I'm a pretty big TV show fan. So depending on the show, I'm the greatest fan. So what shows were you talking about before I got here?
We were not. Once Makowsky enters into space, the amount of show talking, it was like Game of Thrones 5 seconds.
They don't talk about.
You don't watch TV. Well, we did.
TV.
For 5 episodes we talked, and then you came on, or 6, and then you came on 7.
TV.
Go watch our show.
I'm going to register English as a second language for people who speak English as a first language. I need to know what the fuck is going on.
This is the 8th show. Out of 8 shows, 6 of the first 8 shows we talked about television.
I need some private tutoring from Alex. I haven't had any of that in a while, so I'll have to arrange that later tomorrow.
No.
Bronwyn, let me see if I can say this guy's name right. Bronwyn McGook.
That's a girl, but good try.
Bronwyn's a girl.
She's been on the show, Bronwyn.
She says she's still watching.
Of course she is, because she loves at least me. I don't know how she feels about you. Hopefully she likes you, too. Maybe you should go get another Snickers bar. We'll talk about you when you leave.
How about I drop off and see if she still watches? How's that?
Really? Wow, is that a threat or a promise?
You know what, Alex? I would like to watch you eat something.
It's like late and a half here. I'm not sure I want to eat anything. And I'm not sure I want to see it immortalized in video on YouTube. That's a part I don't want to see.
This is forever.
Well, it's gonna go viral, Alex. There's 5 people watching now.
Crap, my dogs.
The 5 people who are still watching us are going to start sharing us like crazy.
You do realize that's 5 people on YouTube, but everyone that's watching on Google Plus is not measured.
Yes. You can't measure nobody.
Yeah. If you're watching, this is the longest PLUStainment show in the history of PLUStainment shows.
I'll tell you what I can measure. I can measure Bronwyn and motivation.
Somebody's dog is excited, and I mean.
Yeah, well, Max just came in, and Gracie's she's already asleep.
Is Max neutered?
Well, you remember taking him to the vet, don't you?
No. Is he neutered? Did you ever come on your foot?
Yeah. Not
twice.
I'm not even going to say it.
When I was a kid, I had a dog that we didn't have neutered, and I was his rape victim, and he would hump my leg until he would come on my foot.
The expressions of Matt Makowsky are no one's.
This is a true story. And then he would come on the bottom of my sneaker, and then I would walk away and slide. My foot would slide.
Something tells me that dogs don't come like that, but what do I know?
He's neutered. No, he acts like he isn't, at least around me.
Oh, that's great.
Bob Hope? What? I thought he died.
As long as it's on. Bronwyn says she's going to watch as long as it's on. As long as we're on, she's going to watch.
We could do a telethon.
We could do a telethon. We could raise money for monkey. How about raise money for monkey?
How about you? You just predicted what you How about we raise money for goat cancer? You know, the thing that your goldfish has?
I have goat cancer in my testicles.
Thank God.
Let's raise money for that.
Yeah. You know what? I felt a lump there recently. You should have that checked out.
Yeah, you did feel a lump there.
Lovely.
Yeah, I did. So check that out.
So you should circle that. Okay. Circle that page and get it to Can you can circle the telethon for all that stuff?
Particular lump. Can my testicles?
Alex, aren't you glad we brought you into this?
Oh yeah. I'm enjoying the lumps and everything.
Yeah.
Every single
Makowsky,
part
I
of
didn't
it.
hear you because you froze.
Makowsky enjoys many lumps and everything, especially in his tea bags.
No, he didn't. He didn't have time for that.
He's brushing his teeth now.
Yeah. But for God's sake, don't help him.
Matt Makowsky, you're killing me.
Yeah, he's good at that. I might need some more lip gloss after that. Kind of a turn on. You, calm down, you beast.
Let him jerk off on your leg. Let him get it out. Let him get it out. Calm down.
Get the poison out. Get the poison out. Just go lie down. Go.
Let that dog fuck you.
He's the only male that doesn't do what I say. It's because he's insane. Anyway, Alex, what are you going to do after your lovely sleep? Tell us what's going to start your day, other than thinking of this lovely conversation.
Regretting staying up this late, and B, going to work. I mean, it doesn't say rocket scientist. A, regret staying up this late. B, going to work. And my students hating me because I'm in such a bad mood tomorrow. But that's my day.
You can tell them what you did.
No, I think I won't.
He's going to drop. He's going to drop.
No, yeah, you can go on YouTube and see why I'm so grumpy today, because I was with some, crazy people hanging out, and you can see it on YouTube. No. Let me think about it. No. Thank you very much. The idea is not to lose every single student.
You just tell me you got Makowsky.
I still need to pay.
Yeah, tell him you got Makowski'd.
Somehow that doesn't sound as a good conversation starter.
It doesn't translate well.
Would you say I got Makowski'd in Spanish for me, please? Say, I just got Makowski'd.
Te llamo por la testículo de Makowsky.
If you're still watching,
Exactly.
that's
You
great.
got it,
You didn't
you
have
got
to watch this far, but I hope you enjoyed whatever you did watch.
The question right now is,
Are you?
why does Matthew still get you guys back? Matthew.
No idea.
I don't know why he brings it. All I know is he's never going to have me back, and then during the week it's Matt Makowsky will be on the PLUStainment Show.
I say maybe. I don't think so. I don't know if anyone should be on it anymore. It should just be canceled, maybe. Hey, if you're watching, should it be going like this? Should it be all three of us? Should it not be on anymore? Should it be one of us, two of us, none of us? Tell us, because we can't do it.
Let's have more magic beads.
Matt Makowsky, you just sit here and say whatever comes to your head without regard for anything, which is fine. Nah, but it's like not necessarily fun, funny, or intelligent. Sometimes it is, randomly.
You know what would be interesting is if he had a buffet next week and he could eat like 15 different items, like a Chinese buffet.
Can we
that would be fascinating.
Maybe on July 4th, it'll be fascinating, and I can get a competitor.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You could get a Japanese guy to beat him.
Or a big, heavy American set dude.
Oh, he won last year?
Yeah.
Japanese guy didn't win?
Japanese guy wasn't even allowed to be in there. He caused a big stir. Are you a fan of Kobayashi, Makowsky?
Wow. I am well aware of the competitive eaters.
Kobayashi, the guy that wins the hot dog contest, the guy got kicked out. Matt Makowsky, you don't know about competitive eating? What do you know about Matt Makowsky? Don't be.
You know, he doesn't know about the Kobayashi Maru either.
I do know about the Kobayashi Maru. That I know.
I just so say
Maru.
I'm told there's no big screen. The big screen doesn't work, just the little screen.
I would say Kirk cheated. I would say Kirk cheated on that, by the way.
Thanks for pointing that out.
Really?
He cheated.
You didn't think that was valid?
No, it's not valid to put a bug in the system and then have it glitch out and then you win the battle.
And then shut down all of India or something. Yeah.
Well,
thanks, Dina Demal is liking you, Makowsky. First time checking this thing out. Says we're funny.
Hi, Dina.
But the right now on YouTube, there's only the small boxes for it, not the big one.
I don't see any Dina on the chat. Was on the YouTube, you mean?
Yeah, so we're gonna have to probably wrap up because there's no. I don't want like a whole white screen of nothingness.
Oh my God!
Okay. All right. Well.
The white space.
Not white space.
Handle the white space.
It's not white space. It's
literally. I don't know what to do with the white space.
Matt Makowsky.
Alex, thank you so much for...
Alex, thanks for dropping in.
No, thank you guys for inviting me in. And I'm sorry
you
listened to Makowsky and followed his advice. But thank you, anyway.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to have you from Mexico.
Alex.
Barcelona.
Bye, everyone.
Such a handsome, swarthy man.
Yeah, Alex. Don't ever change, I mean. Oh, he was like, I'm done.
Love him.
Love him so much.
Sad sound when somebody logs off and you hear that sound, that sound.
I know. Oh wow! Now I know what Makowsky
So Matt, before we go, Makowsky, did you charm your wife with always playing dumb? That always worked. Is that what it was? It's like you would go out with your wife on dates, and the bill would come, and you'd be like, "Check money. What's that?" And she paid for it. That worked, right? You go to the bathroom. Oh, I didn't know. I had to pee.
Did you bring your father's credit card?
See, now we're getting funny. Your father has a credit card, and that's why you're married, because of the father's credit cards. Tell the truth. You're using it for daddy's flat.
Let me explain. If there's no other reason to get married but for someone else's money. Okay? Let me just explain.
Let's hear it.
I just explained it. That's all there is.
Is that it?
There is no reason, because you ain't doing it for the sex, buddy. You ain't going to do it for the sex, so you're going to do it for the money. And if you're marrying somebody without a pot to piss in, I don't know what the fuck you were thinking.
It's called love? No, it still exists? Not really.
Yes. Okay.
So you don't believe in two poor people marrying? One of them has to be rich?
It's preferable.
Preferably both of them will be rich. No?
I'm sure I'm going to catch a lot of flack from all three people watching, but I'm going to go ahead and say I've never actually seen two poor people get married who are actually happy. But now we're going to hear, but I'm married and I'm poor and I'm happy.
I don't think you're going to hear all that.
Really?
Oddly enough, I had this conversation with a friend of mine earlier today. I don't even know how to say his last name. But he's been married before. No, it wasn't that. It wasn't him. He's been married before, and he said, this time I just want a woman who makes a lot of money.
Exactly.
He just wants a woman who makes a lot of money.
It's preferable both.
And maybe it's Denise.
Denise,
I don't know.
Marry someone who works and who makes a lot more money.
So let me ask you this: the person that you're marrying that has all the money, do you have to you don't actually like them for anything else besides that? That's the only reason?
Oh,
well,
no.
Sure. Now, wait. Did you not ever see gentlemen prefer blondes? I mean, a lot of men want to marry a woman because she's attractive. It's just like a woman wanting to marry a man because he has money. It's really the same thing.
But it never works the other way around?
It can work the other way around. It's just, it's another attribute.
I need money for my
it's like,
haircut. That's what I need.
He needs constant attention and grooming and manscaping.
So wait, I know you can't talk for
high
all,
maintenance.
I know you can't talk for all women or all people, but do you think people would prefer the best amazing relationship with no amazing vacations ever, or the worst awful relationship with the best vacations?
Is there no middle ground there?
No middle ground.
Because both those suck.
They both suck, don't they?
Yeah, I don't take many vacations either. Anyway, so.
Well, you're not rich enough then.
Yeah, I would go with the.
I would just go with whatever Makowsky has. That's what you go with. That's what women should be looking for me on.
Women should be looking for you because you're married.
No, if I wasn't married.
Well, you are.
They should be looking for Matt Makowsky-ish type men.
But you're not the one that has money.
I make a living.
So do a lot of people.
I'm like Uncle Morty. I make a living. I'm comfortable. You don't have to worry about me.
Okay, list the 5 things women should be looking for that they can zone in as Makowskyisms. I mean, I know what they are, but you do it. Put it in your words.
Reasonable intelligence. Reasonable.
Reasonable?
Reasonable.
That's a close one.
Okay, the second one would be sense of humor. You cannot have a man.
All right, I'll give you have a sense of humor. It's a little warped, but you have it.
Third one would be a real job.
All right, now real meaning a salaried job.
A salaried job. I mean,
what's the minimum salary? Minimum. 40, 50?
Depends on where you live. Huh?
No. I want to hear from Makowsky.
Realistically, if you want to be married and be happy and not have to kind of worry about shit. I mean, when you're young, it's different. But if you're in your late 30s and your 40s and you're first getting married, your husband should be, making at least $150 a year.
$150? Is that what you make?
I'm not saying what I make.
$150? Most people barely make $60. You're talking about $150?
I'm talking about happiness. I'm talking about what you asked me. What are the 5 things they should?
I said what was the minimum. Yes. You said the minimum was $150.
Let's start over. Intelligence, sense of humor,
reasonable,
a good salary.
No, what is a good salary? $150.
A good salary is $500,000. Okay, keep
That's
going.
A ridiculous salary. All right, keep going.
The guy with money. Let's put salary.
Most people sitting here watching here do not make $150 or $500. So
a guy with money, forget salary. Just say the guy with. We don't have to worry about money. A clean. What words am I looking for here? I don't know. I got 3: intelligence, sense of humor, and money.
Clean what? Body, mind.
A giant cock.
Oh yeah. Number 4 should be attentive in bed. Should be attentive in bed.
Only in bed?
No, but really attentive in bed. And number five, you won't find this in me. So this is a real rare. This is even a step above Makowsky. A guy who's going to change light bulbs and do vacuuming without being asked.
You will never find that.
Yeah, Makowski's not going to do that.
4 out of 5. I got 4 out of 5. You find that fifth motherfucker, you find him. Go.
What if you only find someone that does number 5 and the other ones? They have a chance.
If he can only
let me just speak. Let me speak for all women.
All right, you should.
You either want them with all 5 attributes, or you can always get a pool boy to change your light bulbs once a month or so. So the 5th one is negotiable. I'll be honest.
What if you don't have a pool?
You can still have a pool boy without a pool.
But you can still have a pool boy.
Right.
That would be kind of odd.
There are plenty of guys that want to be pool boys.
Yeah, what if you have a billiard table?
That's fine too. You can have some young thing come change your light bulb once a month, and you get your Makowski-ite the rest of the time. It's a win-win, really.
You're using changing light bulbs as a euphemism.
All right, well, now that we've discovered all that about Makowsky, it's been a wonderful night. We've done 2 hours and 3 hours. 3 hours and 40.
Hours? Can the
Oh,
internet?
no, 2 hours.
3 hours.
Almost 3 hours. I can't.
Wait a minute. Did we just win the internet? We won the internet.
We've already won the internet. This is overtime. Bonus, baby.
Baby.
We're in the bonus.
We won the internet.
Baby.
We did. All right, thanks, Jane
See,
Allen.
that's the kind of text you'll send me. It's like, hey, it's me. Here's your bonus, baby. And then that's it.
Wow. What Jane Allen says is completely as true as what Matt Makowsky says.
By the way, for all 4 people remaining online that are watching, I just got a text of Matt Rappaport's penis.
I meant to say that later.
I got it too.
Sweet. Wait a second.
Right.
Oh my God, I got it 3, and it was sent from. Oh my God, I can't say who.
You know.
Well, you just did.
All right, gentlemen and ladies.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, for being part of the show, Jane Allen and Matt Makowsky.
This has been great.
Yeah, and Lynette Young, thanks for stopping by earlier, and Alex Balcazar from Barcelona. And we love, by the way, we love the country of India. So if you'd like to circle the spine, you can have all our ladies. They can care. So,
I hate you. They instant message me. They need to stop.
They instant message, hey, there's a Jean Bernard from, I think, France who always wants to hang out with me.
See that?
Jean Bernard.
What are you doing?
Are you flying?
What are
You see that? How they just buzzed my skull cap? That was playing in fucking video.
All right, it doesn't get any better than that. Matt Makowsky, Skullcap Bus. Join us next week. We might have a special guest. We'll probably still have Makowsky. We'll talk less about TV and more about Buffalo.
What? I can't even understand you. What?
And scene.
And Planet